All right, here we go. Aries Spears, welcome back to Vlad TV. Back again. Back again. Lots to talk about. Lots to talk about, especially a video that went viral recently.
With me?
Yeah. You know what video it is. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later.
Why not talk about it now?
No, we'll talk about it later. You know what video we're talking about? When you're doing stand-up with the couple in the front row?
Oh, there was more than once on that.
Okay, we'll talk about that later. But for now,
the one where I called him the F-bomb?
You did a whole lot.
Okay.
You did a whole lot.
All right.
All right, you did a whole lot. But right now, the jury's deliberating in the Diddy trial.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is going to happen?
I think he's going to get off.
No Diddy.
But he's used to getting off, yeah.
He's been getting off for decades now.
He's going to get off.
So, all charges dropped.
Are you asking me if that's what I think is going to happen?
All charges dropped. That's what getting off means. Okay, so let me tell you about the charges, just so you know. There's the RICO, which they claim is a criminal enterprise. There's sex trafficking. And then there's prostitution. Those are essentially the three big charges.
But didn't they say most of it was weak?
I've been saying that. I said that before the trial started.
Yeah, I think he's going to get off.
Yeah?
I think he's going to get off. He's going to get off, and he's going to have a big party. It's going to be sponsored by Johnson & Johnson. And everybody's going to be sliding all over the crib.
You won't be able to hold the drinks. The drinks will just slide out your hand.
It's gonna be lubricated, baby.
Lubricated.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. I think he's gonna get off.
Yeah, I think that if he gets convicted, this is sending a message that any level of dating is considered sex trafficking and prostitution if it's not like a traditional, I go out with you, we go out to dinner, and then we become boyfriend, girlfriend, and so forth. Any level of multiple relationships where you're flying women out and, and you're doing sexual activities outside the norm that might involve other people and so forth, even though everyone is with it and so forth. Because one of the things they said was, in the closing arguments, was that you can't convict him of sex trafficking because that would mean that Diddy was making money off of Cassie, like prostituting her out. That never happened.
So we think.
Well, I mean, the trial is over.
I know, but just because, it wasn't necessarily said in the trial don't mean it didn't happen.
You think that Diddy was sending Cassie out to have sex for money and bring the money back to him?
I don't think so. I don't think everything is exposed in the light during a trial. I'm sure there's still some things that might be kept hush hush.
I don't know, man. There's been a lot of non-hush hush things that came out.
Listen, if we haven't learned anything else, celebrity, money, power, it has its advantages, man.
Do you think Diddy's gay?
Yes, I think he's bisexual.
Bisexual.
Yeah.
My thing with that is you had all these people take the stand. Male prostitutes, females that he was dating, multiple females and so forth, assistants that were around and so forth. Now, people have said a lot of gayish stuff. The whole thing of...
Like you.
Like me? I say some gayish stuff?
You've left a couple of moccasins in Gayville, nigga.
In Gayville? I left my moccasins in Gayville.
Your chilatas.
My chilatas? Somewhere in Gayville. Some rainbow ones. Huh?
Yeah.
I got you. But my whole thing is like, look, I interviewed one of the male escorts, the Punisher guy, right? Now, he said some wild stuff. He said that every single time that he would come over to do his thing, it was always the same routine. Diddy was around while he was having intercourse with Cassie. At one point, he would leave the room and close the door because they'd be in a suite. He would pull out, bust on Cassie's stomach.
And then rub it on his nipples, Diddy's nipples, right?
There's more. Nope. You're missing a step. You're missing a step. He described all this to me off camera, right? He said that she would jump up and then just kind of run into the other room, try not to spill any of the liquid gold. Just run, bring the man juice to Diddy, right? And what he said was he was actually relieved when he watched the trial and when she got on the stand and said that she would rub, the cum on Diddy's nipples.
That's the part I heard.
Right. He was relieved because he assumed the whole time that Diddy was eating it.
So whether you ingest semen, rub it on your nipples, what it's pretty grotesque. It's pretty wild.
Well, if you eat it, you're going deeper into Gayville. That's all I'm saying. Like you're in downtown Gayville.
When you put another man's semen on
pretty
your
gay.
Skin,
pretty gay.
You've already entered Gayville.
It's pretty gay.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, if you say Diddy's gay, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to say, no, he's definitely straight. But, listen, the actual male escort, Punisher, I asked him, I said, look, do you think...
That name, it reminds me of Big Dick Buster from Godfather of Harlem. What a name, the Punisher.
I told him I was uncomfortable calling him that.
What did you call him?
Well, I called him that, but I'm saying I'm uncomfortable calling him that.
Your moccasins.
My moccasins.
Another
moccasin was found.
You folded. I ain't calling you the Punisher. You folded.
I said, look, you've been in like a dozen sexual encounters that Diddy was there for. Do you think Diddy's gay? He goes, look, like when I realized it was Diddy, because in the beginning he was wearing like a burqa, he was wearing a mask, right?
And he couldn't tell it was Diddy?
Well, here's the thing.
Because the mask will show your eyes. And, like I said, Diddy looked mildly retarded without his glasses.
Right.
So you got to see the one retarded eye.
The one retarded eye? Maybe he's wearing sunglasses. I don't know. I don't know. But, here's the thing. Like, Cassie would book him, and when he showed up, the first few times, she was wearing a wig. So you couldn't necessarily tell it was her. Then the dude would come in, and he was wearing a burqa, and, and so forth. But at one point, he realized it was Diddy. Right, because he goes into the hotel room. Like sometimes on the TVs, you go to high-end hotels. Oh, welcome. It said Mr. Sean Combs. He's like, oh, it's Diddy. At that point, Diddy ended up dressing like you.
Like me?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
With the Yankees hat.
And just the Yankees hat?
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, well then he wasn't hiding his identity.
Yeah, at that point. Well, once the name was on the screen, they weren't hiding it anymore. Right.
I believe that Diddy is just as recognizable in disguise as Clark Kent is with his glasses on.
I'm not arguing that, but he claimed he didn't know. But once he did know that it was Diddy, and Diddy stopped wearing the burqa and just wore the Yankees hat and nothing else. Yeah. He said he was kind of worried because he had heard the gay rumors. He's a Harlem guy, so he'd been hearing the gay rumors. He was worried that he might be having sex with Cassie, and Diddy might come back behind him and be like, "Take that, take that." But he said the whole time. Listen, he said that he was not even allowed to make eye contact with Diddy or even, like, confirm that he's there during the whole act. That was part of it. And he said the first time they made eye contact is when he was leaving the stand.
Really?
Yeah. So the first time they actually
Did he ever say whether or not he and Diddy had sex?
That's the thing. He said absolutely not. He said at no point did Diddy ever, like, touch him or come on to him or try to join in. He was strictly there beating his meat while Cassie was getting smashed.
I gotta believe that if Diddy put his dick in your ass from the back, you automatically do the Harlem Shake.
That might be what the Harlem Shake came up with.
I don't know how else a man would react to an unsuspecting dick in his ass other than to do the Harlem Shake.
Well, I mean, in that situation, it's not totally unsuspecting. I mean, you got a naked dude over there in the corner.
I believe Diddy has ninja-like abilities. He can get in your ass.
Teleport it to your ass.
You don't even know it happens till it happens. And he just whispers into your ear from the back, "Take that, take that."
I asked him, I said when he started wearing the Yankees hat, was he wearing like some Timbs as well? Or was he just butt naked? He's like, no, just butt naked. You know what I mean? For some reason, I feel like if you wear a Yankees hat.
You wandered that far?
I wandered that far, yeah. Yeah.
I'll see you at the
Another
next.
moccasin, Gayville?
Right. I'm sure you'll be at the next, on the next float.
Yeah, look, I personally think he's going to be not guilty of RICO. I think he's going to be not guilty of sex trafficking. And I think he might catch a prostitution charge.
But that'll be a slap on the wrist.
Well, here's the problem with that. I had Judge Mathis on my show recently, right? Actual judge, not a federal judge, but a state judge, but someone that knows way more than you and I. And he said, look, that will probably happen. You'll catch a prostitution charge. But keep in mind, the jury just says guilty or not guilty. It's the judge that decides the actual sentence. So what he thinks is because of everything that came out, all the abuse, all this, all the beatings, all the violence, the this, the that, the rape accusations, and so forth, he thinks the judge will probably give him the maximum.
Which is
because
what?
of that. Might be like 10 years.
Really?
Yes.
For the prostitution?
Yes. Up to 10 years. Talking about federal court, 85% of the time, that's like 8.5 years with good behavior. Not great. Not great.
And is there a charge in terms of the domestic abuse?
No, none. It's past statute of limitations.
Damn, boy, women just be getting the short end of the fist.
I mean, she got 30 million, so, you know. She got 20 million from Diddy and 10 million from Intercontinental. 30 million.
How many women wouldn't take an ass whooping for 30 million?
I would take an ass whooping for 30 million. No, really.
I'd take an ass whooping for 30 million dressed as Cassie.
Well, you know something? I figured it out, though, right? Remember, like, the Cassie beating video? She's running out with, like, a bag. You know what's in the bag, I think?
It's dildos and baby oil?
No.
What?
I think it's a huge jar of man juice. I think he's been collecting it over the years. You know, he's got this huge, like,
there's some
100-ounce jar.
There's some
and she was running off with it.
I don't want to go down with you.
He couldn't just, that was the one thing he just couldn't let go, man. That's what I think. I think all the man juice he's collected over the years was all in that jar. And she knew by taking that would hurt him deeply. And yeah, that's why he just lost it. Another moccasin?
Just saying, you a man thinking about man juice, nigga.
Man, listen, I didn't want to know about none of this stuff. Like, honestly, like all this stuff that you heard in court, I did not want to know. I simply did it.
I mean, you know, it's like tabloid TV. You know, it's addictive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really haven't been following it. So everything I hear is, you know, second, third hand.
Well, we'll see what happens. Like right now, the jury is deliberating, which means by tomorrow morning we could have a verdict. But people I've talked to, like Judge Mathis, they've said probably about a week. So by Friday, we should probably hear that what the verdict is. That's what I think, and that makes perfect sense. Now, look, what I think is really going to happen, though, is that if he's found guilty, I think Trump will pardon him.
Somebody had an interesting quote when they were talking about how Trump pardons rappers and gangsters. And they said, Trump knows who his audience is. So I thought that was kind of, you know, to all the black people out there, you know, Trump this, Trump that. You know, he's pandering to us at our lowest level. So,
I mean, yeah, he's pardoned, let's see, NBA Youngboy, Larry Hoover,
but no
Kodak
revolutionist.
Black, Lil Wayne.
Right.
Yeah, no revolutionist.
All the niggas we would miss if they left. Well, black people, boy, we do it to ourselves.
I mean, who would you pardon? Who's a revolutionist who's locked up right now?
I mean, my history and knowledge of that kind of shit is not as deep as other people. So I'm sure that question is better for Dr. Umar Johnson or Tariq Nasheed. I can't answer that as good as they could.
Yeah, by the way, Umar Johnson, he was about to open a school, but now he announced that someone broke in and, you know, stole some stuff. So it's pushed back again.
Sometimes with Umar Johnson, I wonder how much of that is like for real or how much of that is just like for show. Because I'm telling you, I've seen some bad white bitches where I just went, this nigga's bugging. I'd fuck a bad white bitch on top of Umar Johnson.
So you just be lying there on the bed.
He's on the bed and me and her are on top of that nigga.
So it'd be kind of like a sandwich in a way.
We be on the top and you just see that big brown nigga under us. Yeah, you're right. A sandwich.
A sandwich.
A pumpernickel mayonnaise sandwich.
You would have sex with a white girl on top of Dr. Umar Johnson.
Top of that motherfucker.
What do you think he'd be doing at the time?
Probably hollering. You know, but
Stop bunny humping.
But we drown that out
Stop
with
it.
all that interracial moaning.
So you would be having sex with a white girl on top of Umar Johnson as he's yelling at you about not being with a black woman.
Right, and while eating a
Real
ham sandwich.
time.
Eating a ham sandwich too.
He'd be eating a ham sandwich?
I'd be eating a ham
Okay,
sandwich.
eating pork.
I'm breaking all the rules.
All the rules. What else could you do? Huh? What else could you do to piss off Umar Johnson at that very moment?
I think that would be enough. Just the idea of a white skin on top of him would repulse him.
Then you videotape it and put it out. Oh, imagine that coming out.
Yeah, I probably...
Breaking news.
Yeah,
Aries Spears has sex with a white woman on top of Umar Johnson while eating a ham sandwich.
I want to keep that one to myself. I want to keep that one. That's private and personal.
Okay.
Have Tariq Nasheed film it.
Okay. Tariq Nasheed, by the way.
Is it Nasheed? Okay,
Nasheed.
there it is.
Yeah, it is. All right, NBA Finals.
Boo! Who gives a fuck?
It looked like the Pacers were going to get it at one point. But then Halliburton got taken out.
Yeah. You know, listen, I miss the days of NBA on NBC.
Okay.
You know, Marv Albert, my man, what's my man's name? Oh, God, I can't remember his name now. One of the, Bob Costas. You know. What's Jordan's boy's name? I'm forgetting names now. Always interviews him. The black, Ahmad Rashad.
Okay.
I miss them days, man.
Okay. What do you think about the actual series, though?
I didn't invest in it. I didn't really watch it. Listen, when the Knicks were going crazy, one of the posts I put out was, hey, listen, I'm a New Yorker. I love New York. My heart's with New York. You niggas need to calm the fuck down.
Right, it's not gonna
Because
happen.
nobody's beating Oklahoma City.
No.
Nobody.
Yeah.
So you saw that championship coming a mile away.
Yeah. I mean, like, they were favored, like, insanely
Yeah.
over the Pacers.
I can't even remember the star's name. Gilbert,
SGA.
SGA, but what's his whole name? It's SGA, but it's...
Yeah, let me see. I keep forgetting it.
Exactly.
It just says,
Shayless...
Shavante, Alician, Gilju Alexander.
That's what his baby mama called him. No, it's something else. But whatever it is...
That's the full name.
Between his athleticism and talent and then some of them 7-footers they had over there, you just saw it. Wasn't nobody gonna beat them. It would have been a better story for the NBA had the Knicks got to the finals. If they would have beat the Pacers,
they would have beat the Pacers, but got obliterated by OKC, right?
Yeah. But listen, if they would have beat the Pacers and then went on to win the whole thing, that's the Cinderella story. But even if they would have lost to OKC, because of all the frenzy of the New York fans, the history of the last time the Knicks won it, Spike Lee, the New York celebrities.
1973 was the last time they won a final.
Yeah. It would have just been a better entertainment story. Who gives a fuck about the Pacers? It's Indiana.
When's the last time you've been to Indiana?
Well, you know, I play Indianapolis every year at the Helium, and I gotta say, Indianapolis is a great city. That energy, one of my favorite steakhouses, St. Elmo's, which is often frequented by Peyton Manning. Some of the greatest steak, the area where the club is, the nightlife is great. So I got nothing but love for Indianapolis. But again, it's not a major city market. It's not New York. It's not LA.
Yeah.
It's not Chicago.
I mean, look, SGA now joins Jordan, Kareem, and Shaq as one of the only players to win championship, MVP, Finals MVP, and a scoring title all in the same season.
LeBron ain't on that list?
LeBron ain't on that list. Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Shaq.
greatest. The GOAT.
Yeah, he's also the first player to win MVP and a championship in the same year since Steph Curry in 2015. So, I mean, this guy's a beast.
No,
He's a
listen.
beast.
He's an absolute animal.
Yes.
Which is why they were so heavily favored. But again, deep down inside, did you really care? Unless you from OKC.
Now, I feel you. Look, the Thunder won 68 games in the regular season. One of the 7 best single seasons
I didn't even know they won that many.
in NBA history.
Yeah.
68 games. They were unstoppable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And between the regular season and the playoffs, 84 games, which
I
ties
still-
the 96 Bulls.
I still don't think ultimately they would have. I still think they would have won the championship even if Halliburton played, but it would have been interesting.
Would have been interesting. I mean, by the end, it was a blowout. It was like, it wasn't even close by the end. But then Halliburton, I mean, look, you got the best player by far.
And how many what was perceived to be lucky ass shots that he hit on the way to the finals? The one in New York, the one in OKC. So, and they were up 2-0.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean, do you think SGA will go down as one of the all-time greats?
Can't tell yet.
Too early?
You gotta win more than one.
Yeah.
You gotta do at least a back-to-back.
Back-to-back.
Yeah.
Could happen.
I mean, he's got the talent.
Yeah.
We gotta see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. Well, Kevin Durant was traded, the Phoenix Suns to the Houston
to
Rockets.
the Houston Rockets. Listen, I mean, I'm sure the Knicks would have had to give up too much to get him, but that to me would have been the missing piece. If they could have got Kevin Durant, because it feels like with New York, they are missing a piece. They're still missing a piece.
Yeah.
As good as Brunson is, and Cat Towns, but Cat Towns. That nigga zesty.
Well, Phoenix got Jalen Green, a.k.a. Drea's boyfriend, Dylan Brooks, and the number 10 pick.
I think Phoenix is cursed.
Yeah, that's a wrap.
They're never gonna.
They also get the number 10 pick for this year's draft and 5 second-round picks. It's a wrap for Phoenix, though?
They ain't gonna, no.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, Katie didn't even find out he was traded until, he was, in an interview.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he was like, oh, yeah, you'll never know. They're like, no, really, you just got traded. He was like, oh.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy how just players they just don't know sometimes? It's like,
I mean, well,
it's kind of out of their control in a way.
Well, it's funny when John Sally would say, back in the 90s era or 80s or, whenever something happened, you didn't hear about it until your family told you. It wasn't on social media where, shit is instantaneous. Kevin Durant should have a barber that goes with him everywhere.
His hair is jacked up.
His hair
sometimes.
looks like a 15-year-old Zimbabwe schoolgirl. Just them little peas. While she got a little African school outfit on.
So he should just go bald at this point? Just shave it all
Yeah,
off?
or get a good fade.
Maybe get a nice hair transplant. Go over to Turkey.
No, just go bald. Don't do that.
Go bald?
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he's holding on to it. He's holding
But
on to it.
Kev, that's one of the things people love about Kevin Durant. He got that I don't give a fuck attitude, Talks back to fans in the stands and argues with niggas on Twitter.
Yeah, I know, right?
So he, he moves to the beat of his own drum, which I kind of like and admire, I got to tell you what the big disappointing news for me is, because I just don't see the point. And I'm a Michael Jordan hooer. But the fact that people are making a big deal that he's coming to NBC, he's not playing. If he's not suiting up, who gives a shit?
Do you want him to suit up, though? You really want? Well, you want him to join the Big Three? Michael Jordan, the Big Three? I would not want to see that. I would not want to see it.
I'm such a Jordan fan. He could play with a team right now, and I'm supporting him.
Okay.
He's good for at least 15 points.
I don't know about that.
Come on, man.
I don't know about that.
Come on, man.
I can see him getting hurt. after about 4 minutes.
Listen. One of the things I loved about The Last Dance was it showed you the Michael that we always wondered if he ever truly existed. Like, Mike was always image conscious, the brand. Sometimes I dream, but to see him in The Last Dance when he would say to Scott Burrell, make that play, you fat head motherfucker. Bitch, ho, get that shit out of here. It's like, yo, Mike's a real nigga. Mike curses. Mike's raw. Mike's a real nigga. So I'm just like, unless I can see some of that personality, which we know we won't, because it's too corporate, it's too family. But I want to, if he can bring that to the commentating section, I'm all in. But he's not gonna be that guy that we saw on Last Dance. So again, unless he's suiting up, I don't even see what the big deal is.
That man is 62 years old. 62 years old. You really want him to suit up?
I'm telling
you.
He
is 3 years from legal retirement.
I'm telling you what a fan I am.
Okay.
I'm like a mother who knows her child is a serial killer that's still my baby. I don't care that the motherfucker killed 147 people. That's my child, nigga.
Jordan's your baby.
My baby, nigga. Right. Man. When he said to Scott Burrell, he said, hey, Scott, I'm going to have Judd guard me. You can't guard me. And Scott goes, no, I won't guard you, Michael. He said, Scott, if you can guard me, there's 197 jobs looking for you. When Mike wants to be that arrogant, for lack of better words, asshole, oh, it's entertaining. It's entertaining. Fuck the corporate, fuck the McDonald's and the Gatorade and all. I want the real Mike. I would give anything to be able to be at a card table with him. No cameras, brown liquor, and a cigar. Because that's the real MJ. To get the cursing MJ, shit.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the Bulls, me and Larsa Pippen got into it recently.
Everybody gets into her.
I didn't get into her that way.
Okay, what did she get into?
Well, okay, so I've been mentioning her in a few interviews over the years, right? Because, look, she was dating her ex-husband's teammate's son with Marcus Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
She was dating a guy that was on the same team as her son on the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
That to me is foul.
Hoes ain't shit.
So Gilbert Arenas was on my show recently. So I mentioned that, and then he just went off, right? So the both of us were kind of having a roast fest, right?
Yeah.
And somehow I blame Larsa Pippen for all this. I don't know
Me
why.
too. Like I don't care what.
Somehow,
Yes,
I feel she's to blame for all
he was
this.
just a normal Michael Jordan kid, just
Right.
being rich
Right.
and wholesome.
Yes.
And then you get your
Yeah,
grips of
claws on him.
them hoish fingers on
that
him.
young
and
meat.
corrected like
No Diddy.
like soon as I seen him in Vegas, Paris, and they called him the first time. I didn't even say Marcus. I said, that damn Pippen. This is crazy. like I can't even say Pippen anymore. That Larson. Can you please drop the good Pippen name? You're just putting dirt on the Pippen name at this fucking point.
So she DM'd me like a week later. She said, stop talking about me, you fucking loser.
To which you responded,
Or what?
that's the best you hit her with?
That's pretty much all I had. Yeah.
You ain't throw no bitch in there?
You know what I did do is, because afterwards she did an interview on my man Jason Lee's podcast, Hollywood Unlocked, where she like talked a bunch of shit about me and Gilbert and so forth. So I made a tweet that ended up going viral. I said, hold on, let me actually look this up properly.
Let me ask you this while you're looking that up. Do you ever say things about certain personalities, not really expecting them to respond, but then when they respond, it makes you feel a little like, why did I do that?
Not in this case.
No, ever? But I mean, besides this case.
I mean, look, I've talked about my back and forth with Marlon Wayans, and I apologized about that. I felt like I was out of line in terms of like, the way I put him on blast, based on a personal conversation. So, I mean, yeah, there's situations like that.
I talked
sometimes.
about Dank DeMoss
Oh, I interviewed her recently.
Yeah, her and Nene Leakes. 'Cause
Okay.
I posted something about Nene Leakes where there was a before and after shot.
Yeah.
How she looked before versus how she looked now. And I didn't really say anything demeaning about her. I just, and with all sincerity, I said in my caption, I just really want to know. Like, I'm not trying to be that dude, but I really want to know. Black women, when y'all do this, is this because you hate yourselves or ashamed of your Afrocentric features? Your wide nose, and you gotta get a thin white nose, and you bleach your skin lighter, and you get blonde hair. Like what's the reason? And the way they put the clip, it was the song "Who's That Girl?" So it was like nah 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 nah. So it was like they were saying, "Who is this bitch?" And she responded back. She said, "It's a funny clip."
Okay.
So and she didn't really come at me because I wasn't trying to come at her.
Yeah.
I just genuinely wanted to know. And then the Dank DeMoss thing, it was her with this outfit on that, of course, is ridiculous to reveal all that. And I just went, the confidence. And she went, thank you. She responded back, thank you.
There we go. I interviewed her. She came to my New York studio. Her mom was there, her stepdad was there, some other family members. As I was trying to ask her some serious questions, they would always be like, no, that's not what happened. Like, they're trying to kind of protect her.
Her family was there?
Her family was there.
You should ask the family. Don't y'all love her? Why would y'all not intervene and try to help her not eat as much, get in shape?
Okay, so
maybe even get surgery.
I talked to her. Well, I talked about the surgery. She said she's considering it. I also talked about like the calorie intake and so forth. And what the family explained to me afterwards was that they said she has a thyroid problem.
Oh, I've got Indian in my family. Niggas always come up with an excuse. Listen, and it's funny because people will call me fat. And I go, yeah, I could stand to lose some weight.
Yeah.
Perspective. That's fat. Like, dude, let me tell you something.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't like using airplane bathrooms only because I believe that when it's time to take a shit, that's a very feng shui, sacred moment. I believe that when you do, you should be in the privacy of your own beautiful surroundings. It's a tranquil moment.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't, I just don't like using air unless it's, level DEFCON 4.
I have never had a good shit on an airplane in my life.
That being said,
it's always been mud butt.
That being said, I'm in there and I'm like, there's no way she fits in here, let alone can wipe her ass properly. There's no way. And even if it ain't her, we've all seen people that need seat extenders and shit. I'm going, these bathrooms are so narrow, you can't convince me. How does an obese, Jabba the Hutt ass motherfucker fit in there? How?
I mean, look, I actually asked her, because, Southwest Airlines, if you're big, they'll give you a free extra seat. And I said, do you think it's fair that you should get a free extra seat when there's other people that may...
What's unfair is that...
And she, what her answer was?
What?
They're giving it to me. From your point of view, do you think it's fair that an airline gives you an extra seat that you ultimately didn't pay for, or should they be charging you for that extra seat?
I feel like it's fair.
Why is that?
It just is. Like, if that's them, if they want to give their customers a free seat because of how big they are, then thank you. I appreciate it.
What's unfair is that big chunky motherfuckers like this thinks that society should cater to them instead of losing weight. Make adjustments. My thing, if you have to ask for a seat extender, that don't hurt you. That don't hurt you. I had a dude sitting in front of me in first class who was trying to do the seat extender, and I mean, this motherfucker's body meat was busting all out the sides of the chair. I mean, it looked like a fistful of mementos was dropped in a Coke bottle. I'm telling you, nigga, it was body meat everywhere. I could have went like this, that nigga's meat, and he wouldn't have even known. That to me is fat. I got a belly, but nigga, come on, man.
Have you ever seen Dave Blunt?
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, the one that sits with the oxygen tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, weren't we supposed to?
Yeah, we were.
Hold on, let me see if I can reach him real quick.
Nah, let's do that another time, man.
You sure?
Yeah,
this might be a moment. No? Okay, all right.
Let's do that another time.
Respect your wishes. Okay. Well, getting back to Larsa Pippen. I made a tweet. I said, "Dear Larsa Pippen, I will agree to no longer talk about you in interviews
If you do an interview.
if you take the Pippen out of your name and go back to Larsa Yunnan. Deal?"
Did she respond?
No, she did not. But it was super viral.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. Because, look, at the end of the day, we're all fans of Scottie Pippen, right?
Well,
Come on.
up until he
If you
started
don't-
shitting on Mike.
Okay, but before then, while he was
Yeah,
playing,
yeah,
during his
yeah.
playing time, I'm
Yeah.
talking about his personality afterwards, whatever. When it was Pippen and Jordan, and there's a great argument to say that Jordan would not have gotten all those championships if Pippen wasn't there.
No champion wins by himself.
Exactly. So we're in agreement on that. So we are all fans of Scottie Pippen. I do not like how his name is being dragged with all this nonsense that she's doing because she refuses to give up the name, even though she's no longer married
But
to him.
part of the reason why it's being dragged is because of the bitterness towards MJ. Because of the Last Dance. A lot of that has to do with that, too.
What do you mean?
The way he was shitting on Mike. Talking about Mike's wasn't a great player. Mike was this, Mike was that. Just talking foul about Mike.
Yeah, but I remember there was a commercial like back in the day. I forgot what it was for, but it was like Scottie Pippen was in the commercial. He goes, "I was the best player on the Bulls." Like he was joking about it. He knew he wasn't the best player on the Bulls.
but
you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, but he's said in interviews that he thought he was the best Bull on the Bulls.
I missed that.
I've
believe
seen
you.
that.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I never saw it.
Well, listen, big shout out to Larsa Pippen because any woman that would sleep with Crash Bandicoot, she deserves some praise.
You called Scotty Crash Bandicoot?
You look like Crash Bandicoot.
Crash
Give me a
Bandicoot.
little.
Well, Tyler Perry is being sued by a man for sexual assault.
Everybody's being sued.
Yeah?
Dude, I know Fat Joe, and I did the intro for one of his joints on his album, and I'm trying to get on the podcast with him and Jadakiss, and I'm being told by one of the people that swears they can get me on there, now might not be a good time because of accusations against him.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
This is why I hate social media, dude. Everybody's a fucking comedian. Everybody's a journalist. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody's a filmmaker.
Yeah. I mean, they released text messages where Tyler Perry asked Dixon, you know, the guy who was accusing him, whether he's a top or a bottom. And they said that he's a top. And he said, when you have a big dick, when you hit that G-spot right on these bottoms, they go crazy.
Ooh.
Actual text message from Tyler Perry.
Too graphic for me.
Graphic.
Too graphic.
That'll leave another box in the game bill with that one?
Yeah, man. We should abandon this whole topic.
Well, you know what I don't understand is like I've been hearing the gay rumors about Tyler Perry forever. I remember I interviewed Carl Jones, who was like the co-writer on the Boondocks, and they did like a Tyler Perry like episode. Remember that? It was like, oh, you didn't watch it? It was like there was this gay kind of cult leader type episode, and Tyler Perry found out about it and went crazy. They had like changed the names and stuff like that. Look, this is a guy who got famous by dressing like a woman.
Listen, I don't
Like,
think
if he's gay, he's gay. What's the big deal?
I don't think you could be deemed successful unless you are accused of being gay at some point.
Yeah, but I think Tyler Perry is just gay. Just gay.
Listen, we don't know, but that's not. I don't get that sense.
Really?
Nah.
You think Tyler Perry's straight?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just don't get that sense.
Okay. I have heard some stories firsthand from people that have said the exact opposite.
You know.
Firsthand stories. I'm not going to say who because it was said off camera.
I mean, listen, he could be. I just don't get that sense.
I know somebody that was basically offered roles in exchange for sex.
You know
with Tyler
somebody
Perry.
that hand-delivered Jesus Christ himself.
That's right. I do know him. I got an interview with him next week.
Yeah.
And look, I don't think that him coming out of the closet would affect anything. I think he would
why
probably
would
be
it?
applauded.
Yeah, listen, in today's day and age, that's the move.
Yeah.
You know? So, you know. But then again, everything ain't everybody's business. So, you know, if he chooses to keep that under wraps.
No, that's true. Like, no one forces you to come out with your sexuality, right? I mean, there's been lots of celebrities over the years. Luther Vandross.
Yeah, but listen, especially within the black community, we can sense when the sauce is a little tangy. You know what I mean?
So Luther, was
Freddie
he tangy?
Freddie Jackson,
Freddie
Luther
Jackson?
Vandross. We wink. We know. We know.
But you're saying there's no zesty sauce with Tyler?
Not the way I saw with a Freddie Jackson or Luther Vandross.
Have you been around? Have you been around Tyler?
Have I been around what?
Tyler Perry. Have you been around him?
I've never met him.
Never met him.
No,
okay,
never
so
met
this is just third hand. You're watching it like we all are on TV.
Yeah.
Look, it is what it is. But a lawsuit like this, if he's actually texting dudes, are you a top or a bottom? Like, okay, come on. Unless you're going to prove that's not your number and this whole thing's a scam. Like, I wouldn't even joke around about that. Are you a top or a bottom? Yo, Aries, are you top or a bottom? Like, what the fuck? Like,
But you'll go to Diddy's hotel room at 3 a.m.
I would, absolutely. I'd have a big contract afterwards also.
If you go in there at 3 a.m, that's the first question he's going to ask you. Are you a top or a bottom?
Well, you mentioned the whole
Dude, please tell me, I don't know what the rest of what's on your menu to discuss, but we're not going to leave here without talking about the most cringiest shit in rap right now.
Which is?
I'm an action star. Sometimes I'm an act bizarre. You don't know what I'm talking about?
No. What is this?
Oh, my God. Do you know what I'm talking
You know
about?
what I'm talking about? No.
Will
Cameraman
Smith.
don't know? Will Smith.
Yes.
Okay. I've seen him in the news recently, but I haven't watched the clip. Okay,
it's cringy.
Okay.
You haven't heard the latest about his diss track against Chris Rock?
I heard about it. I didn't actually, I saw the headline, but I didn't actually watch it.
He said something about, I'm going to get enraged. When you disrespect me on the stage, you best believe I'm going to come up on the stage.
Okay,
and
hold on.
And in the comments, people were like, wow, he rhymed stage 3 times in a row.
Okay, hold on. Let me listen to it real quick.
Right.
Hold on. And we could probably even play a little short clip.
But you got to play the one about an action star.
I don't think that was that bad. I think that was actually kind of clever. He actually used stage 3 times, but it actually made sense all 3 times. You think that was a whack verse? No, I didn't. I actually like that.
Shit was boo-boo.
I'm not a fan of Will Smith, the rapper.
But
that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
No, but here's the other part that people are going, like, dude, you said you sincerely apologized, but then you do that.
Right. You just throw the apology out the window.
Come on, man.
Yeah. You're like, fuck
Come
that
on,
apology.
man. Which means you weren't sincere to begin with.
Not at all.
So, but you type in the one where he goes action star. You should be able to just pull like a Will Smith action star.
All right, hold on.
This is the bounce back. And he's doing a lot of that. This is the bounce back. This is, you see already? Cardi B. On the mud of it.
Yeah, I mean,
so hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Will, you're 60-something. Stop trying to hang out at the young people's party. Nigga, do what was reminiscent of what made you cool. And stop trying to be a young person at 60-something. It's cringe. That was straight Cardi B's rhythm. And the
Will Smith is 56, by the way.
Okay.
Still.
He's young enough to hang out with the kids?
No, not exactly.
Okay.
All right, should I keep going?
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. That shit garbage, nigga. Took the pin out the grenade and I threw it. Sometimes I'm an action star. That means I'm an act bizarre. Get the fuck out of here. Give me Vanilla Ice. Bring Vanilla Ice back.
That's the homie.
Come on, man.
So you think Will Smith is a worse rapper than Vanilla Ice?
No. Of course, I'm being over dramatic. I'm just saying, dude. That was garbage. Action star. Why are you doing that, man? You're how old is he?
56.
56.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that? How do you bite off more than I could chew? And I chew it.
Bars.
Womp, 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 womp. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Well, let me ask you a question, right?
He is a midlife crisis, nigga.
That's midlife crisis?
That is midlife crisis.
Midlife crisis.
And then there was another clip where he was in Philly, outside, like 1,000 people, again, performing one of his new joints. The energy was dead. Nobody was moving, nobody was feeling him. Hey, man, sometimes you gotta put your jersey in the rafters.
Well, I mean, that jersey's been in the rafters for a while now, if you really think about it. The last time someone checked for Will Smith as a rapper was, Welcome to Miami?
Yeah, baby.
You know, that was the last song that I think charted. I mean, you know, the last song that I really liked was Summertime.
Right. In which he admittedly said he took Rakim's style.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, did Rakim write that song?
No, he wrote it. Will.
He wrote it, okay.
But he said the cadence, the
cadence,
style
yeah.
was Rakim.
But, you know, that song just worked, you know, between the beat and the lyrics and the video.
I know, but if you're going to take major components from somebody's recipe, you better get it right.
Okay. I mean, you know,
if you take 9 out of the
people try to emulate
if you
Rakim.
take 9 of the 11 herbs and spices from KFC's recipe,
yeah,
it better taste close to KFC.
Okay. Well, you know, speaking of that, recently Jim Jones said that he has a better catalog than Nas.
Oh, goodness God. Oh, goodness, what's going on, man? What's going on, man? You know, my love for Nas is so strong because you've heard when people go, they were born to do this. They'll say like that about Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, as a comedian, Dave Chappelle. There are certain artists, Muhammad Ali, where you go, they were hand-touched by God.
Yeah, it's naturals.
And when you hear Nas, it's always the right balance between lyrical ability, melody, beats, flow and no, you can fight your mama, nigga. I'm telling you.
I have said in the past that Nas is one of the worst beat pickers of all time.
Shit.
After the first album.
I'm talking about in terms of totality. When the gumbo comes together and it's got all the right ingredients, Nas is
except for the beats most of the time.
Shit. Like I said, argue with your mama. Nigga, argue with the Kremlin, nigga.
Except for the beats.
Nah.
Always one of the best lyricists ever. First album was one of my favorite albums of all time. New York State of Mind is one of my favorite songs, period. Not just hip hop, just songs, period.
In my subjective opinion, I've hardly ever heard a Nas track where I went, I don't like that.
I've heard the beats where it's like, the beat doesn't quite work.
But then when he jumps on it, the way he rides that rhythm with that melody, nah, yo.
I think you need all the pieces to really have a great song. Listen, I check every Nas album that comes out. I listen to every song. I listen to all the lyrics. I'm a Nas fan. Me and him don't know each other. We've never met. We've never done an interview, but I have a lot of respect and appreciation for who he is. I'm an actual fan. I'm just saying that the beat selection has not always been on point. That's all I'm saying.
Vladimir Putin, take your ass back to Russia. I'm not hearing you.
Well, what did he say when Jim Jones said that, like, he has a better catalog? They started actually breaking down the actual, like, number of charting hits and albums sold.
Here's what's good about the internet. At the end of the day, the people speak.
Right.
And the people have chosen. And I've seen so many memes and so many posts where people go, this is what Jim Jones thinks he sounds like. This is who Jim Jones thinks he is. Jim Jones wishes he could fuck with Nas. Get out of here, man.
I mean, Nas dissed him back in the day. There was a video that came out where Nas was like talking a bunch of shit about him. But it was more like kind of like contempt, like, okay, like this guy is not the type of rapper that I don't
want to reduce Jim Jones to a Jake Paul because I know he's better than that. But him thinking he can beat Nas is as delirious as Jake Paul thinking he could beat a prime Mike Tyson.
Look, I think to a certain degree, Jim Jones is trolling. Me and Jim have, last I checked, he doesn't like me. So it is what it is. I will say that as someone who did not start out as a rapper, that was just like an entourage member to Cameron, you know, in the Dipset, that he's managed to hustle out a pretty good rap career over the years.
Now stop right there. You just said it.
Yeah, he wasn't really a rapper.
Nas been that.
He's been a rapper.
He was in his mother's womb rhyming.
Yes, I mean even like the old stuff, like Live at the Barbecue or Back to the Grill Again. Before his album dropped, he was always the standout. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Like those songs.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, oh, this is Nas, so you know how it runs. I'm waiting with automatic guns and nuns.
To this day, I've never heard a rapper rhyme backwards and it flowed and told a story.
Okay, you're talking about the
rewind.
record,
Rewind.
Yeah, I remember.
That's talent beyond talent. That's special.
Nas
you
is
know
special.
how hard it is to rhyme forward? Okay.
Yeah.
He rhymed backward. Fuck out of here, man.
Would you say that Nas is a better rapper than Jay-Z?
And you know, I see now on social media, and this, I don't know why this is so popular. This is why I hate social media. It's a blessing and a curse, because everybody has a voice. It has become popular to disrespect incredible motherfuckers. The way, oh, Jordan had no left, Jordan's overrated, Michael Jordan played against janitors and bums. People are shitting on Jay-Z. He's overrated, he was never that great. What? What? The fact that he goes, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman, and it's true. Come on, dude. Hov is one of the greatest. One of the greatest. Now, I will admit, he got ethered during ether. But, shit. To me, listen, if Patrice O'Neal was alive, I still think Dave Chappelle would be the top dog. But Patrice is in that nigga's rearview mirror. So, to answer your question, I think in terms of obvious success, business savvy, record sales, Jay's the dude.
Yeah.
But Nas is in that nigga's rear view, man.
As a body of work, I like Jay's body of work more than Nas's. I will say that I like Illmatic. I meant to say Illmatic previously, by the way. I said it was written. I said after Illmatic is what I actually meant. After Illmatic, I didn't like the beat selection. But I like Illmatic better than any Jay-Z album. Single album. Like, I'll take Illmatic over Reasonable Doubt.
I just don't think you could go wrong with either one.
No, but if you
one.
gotta pick, I'm saying if you gotta pick, I like overall Jay-Z's body of work. I like Jay-Z as a rapper better than Nas, but I think Nas's first album was better than Jay-Z's ever come up with.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Now, Ether versus, what was the song that Jay originally came out with, the diss Nas, with the Doors sample, Takeover. Yeah. Like, I think Ether is a stronger song than Takeover, and then, when we did the Super Ugly freestyle, I was like, whatever. So, I think Nas won that battle overall, and look, like, Nas's business acumen is crazy also. Like, all the investments, like Coinbase.
Right.
He's trying to start a casino in Queens, I think, while Jay-Z's trying to start one, I think, in Times Square. So, they're both worth probably hundreds of millions of dollars at this point, right? But overall, I'll take Jay over Nas.
Listen,
I think Jay has better beat selection.
I can't be mad at you for that choice.
Answer that question. Who picks better beats, Jay-Z or Nas?
But you can't ask me that because I don't have a problem with Nas's beats.
Okay.
I don't.
All right.
What, you want me to have a problem where I don't have one?
Okay, fair enough. Let me ask you a question, right? Can't wait for this answer. XXL just, announced their 2025 freshman class.
Now I'm gonna stop you right there.
No.
Wait, because I know where you're going, and I can't go with you because I don't invest in that.
I know. I just want to see what you would say. I'll say, who's your favorite rapper on the 2025 freshman
I can
class?
tell you right now, I don't know not one of the motherfuckers you gonna name.
1900 Rugrat?
I don't even know. I don't know who that is.
Baby Chief Do It?
I don't know who that is.
EBK, J-Bo?
I don't know who that is.
Eve Triplin?
I don't know who that is.
Jello, a.k.a. LeAngelo Ball?
Listen, if it were up to me...
You know who that is, though, right?
LiAngelo Ball?
Yeah.
The basketball player?
Yes.
Yeah. He's
on
rapping?
that. Yeah, he's rapping now.
Nuke the whole generation. If it were up to me, I would drop an atomic bomb on the whole generation.
Let me the rest is Ian, Laser Dim 700, Low Shimmy, Nino Pade, Ray Vaughn, Samara Sin, and YTB Fat.
Okay. So since
Do you know any of these names outside
none
of
of
LiAngelo
them.
Ball?
Listen, since you brought up the Ball kid,
Yeah.
let me ask you just for shits and giggles and fun. Back in the 90s, of all the basketball players to rap, Shaq, AI, Kobe, Chris Webber, who had the best album? Who was the best in terms of a skill set?
Shaq.
Okay.
Easy.
You didn't think Kobe was...
I mean, did Kobe ever actually release that album? Did it actually come out commercially?
Right.
Like Shaq actually had like 2 platinum albums. He actually had hit songs on the radio.
Right.
He had songs with Biggie. You know, he had songs with like Method Man.
Okay.
You know, he had that one, you know, I like playing on the east side, like with DJ Quick, I think. Like that was actually played on the radio.
Right.
Like, it was an actual, you know, you don't have 2 platinum albums if you're completely whack.
Right.
So yeah, Shaq by far has the best rap career. In fact, I did a mixtape with Shaq.
That's when niggas would rap and they would do this.
That was the move.
That was the move.
That was the move. That was the move. Yeah, no, I actually did a mixtape with Shaq during my DJ days, where he was battling Mad Skills.
Yeah.
But in the verse, he actually dissed Kobe. And that made like ESPN and everything else.
Was
like
that the Tell Me How My Ass Tastes?
I think so. Around that time, yeah. Yeah, because I remember what's his name, Skills, had like a freestyle diss him. And remember like the 99 Problems song?
Yeah.
99 Problems, but a bitch ain't one.
Yeah.
I think the chorus was, you shot 99 free throws and you ain't made one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's you know. But don't bowl.
Well, the Clips are coming back out.
The who?
The Clips.
The rap group?
Yeah.
Rejog my memory.
The Clips.
I never
Pusha
heard
T and Malice. You never heard Grinding? You don't know about this? Are you really a hip hop fan?
I am. The
Clips?
Are they, listen, I'm not.
Pharrell produced them. You don't know who this is?
I'm not a fan of rappers who like play ukulele in the park and walk around with their bare feet. I'm not into earthy niggas.
The Clips are not earthy.
They not?
Coke rap. They're like the kings of like drug rap.
Oh, excuse me.
Do you not know who the Clips are?
I probably
Give me
don't.
that hip hop pass. I want it back.
Nah, man.
Go in your wallet. Give me the hip hop pass. Hand it over.
I'm from New York. My pass is laminated in
We can take
cement.
some tests later
it's
on.
Laminated in
I don't
cement.
know. If you do not know who the Clips are, come on, man.
Come on, listen.
Come on now, dog.
A lot of us
My
East
Boosie
Coast
boys.
niggas is like America when it comes to knowing the rest of the world. We don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck who your president is.
Okay.
About your policies.
Okay.
It's America. It's New York. Give a fuck. Shit.
Well, anyways, the Clips are coming out with a new album, which you don't know about because you don't even know who the group is. So It is what it is at this point.
It is what it is, son.
Okay. Well, there's a rapper from Texas named that Mexican OT, and he was doing a podcast, and they asked him about using the N-word. He's a Mexican rapper, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna use it. What the fuck are you gonna do about it?"
Yeah, that was Tekashi's answer on Breakfast Club.
He says, I feel I can say it, but not because of that, and I'm gonna tell you why. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? And then second of all, I grew up loving these motherfuckers. I grew up fighting with them. I grew up eating with them. I grew up fucking
That's all
doing
fine,
bad
but
shit with
that's
them.
fine. That's
I grew
fine.
up loving them. I got
That's
family.
fine.
It's not
That's
my
fine.
family.
But tell your,
nobody
but
black.
I know that's
Fuck I'm
fine.
surrounded by.
That's fine. But to the Mexican culture, tell your culture to love us the way you love saying nigga. Tell your fathers and your grandfathers to be okay with their daughters and their nieces coming home with niggas. Everybody loves the cool parts, but love us. Don't just love the cool parts that come with the culture, the slang and the dress code and the music, and the rhythm and the style. Love us though. Love us. You know what I mean?
I mean, look, Fat Joe's been using the N-word since he started.
Listen, Puerto Ricans and niggas, we swim in the same water, so to speak.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
but not Mexicans, just Puerto Ricans. What about Dominicans?
Brown people. Brown people.
Are Mexicans brown people?
Yeah, they brown people.
Okay.
But listen, I did a big post about it because of the shit going on with ICE, you know, and it's like, you know, a lot of the Mexican community was feeling like, how come black people ain't in this fight with us? And again, it's like, it's not that we don't want to be in the fight with you, but too many times, you know, y'all are insensitive when it comes to our racial plights in history. Like, you know, anytime I post something racial, there's so many Latinos that go, man, you wasn't a slave, get over it, stop crying. And they put up the victim card meme. And it's like, well, because your people don't necessarily have a rich history in this country of being fucked with, fucked over, women raped, kids brutalized, churches burned, leaders assassinated, Mega, Martin, Malcolm, slavery, lynchings, castrations, beheadings. Y'all lack empathy and y'all lack understanding. And if we really being honest, so many people in the Mexican community crave white acceptance so bad that they're willing to hate on us the way they do, when the reality is they don't like you niggas either. So, you know, yeah, you want to say nigga, that's fine. But love us. Don't just love the words.
Your kid's mother is Dominican,
Puerto
right?
Rican.
Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Is she allowed to use the N-word?
She does it. I've told her, hey, when we fuck, say nigga, it turns me on. But it ain't coming from some bitch that looks like Sally Struthers.
So does she do that?
No, she doesn't. I wish she would. I wish she would. Mush me in my forehead like Holly Berry did Eddie Murphy and Boomerang. Love, should have brought your ass home, nigga. I would try to intercept her 2 fingers.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Have you ever, you've slept with white women before, right?
Yes.
Okay, have they ever used the N-word in bed?
No.
No?
No.
Have you ever encouraged them to use it?
No.
No. So you can do it with a Puerto Rican, but not with a white guy.
Listen, this is what makes Dave Chappelle one of the most brilliant comedians ever. When he does the joke about a white girl sucking his dick, and she goes, "Come in my face," he ain't gonna be like, "There's no time for ethics, ladies and gentlemen. I'm busting that nut." Like, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, if a white girl called me that, we'd have a conversation afterwards.
Afterwards? But not in the moment.
Not in the moment.
Not in the moment.
Not in the moment.
You still bust.
Yeah, and I'm gonna bust with vigor because she called me nigga.
An extra. Your ancestors will
Some things are best dealt with after the moment.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, listen, like, I don't know. It's one of those things where, I mean, I've seen white people I know use the N-word, but they don't really use it around me. They use it with other people, because I think that around me, they would probably feel that I would say something.
There was a clip of some dudes battle rapping, and one of them was a white dude, and he goes, something, and this dude say, "I can't use the N-word." Man, listen, nigga. And one dude popped him in the face. Yeah. But the thing that I felt most disturbed was the amount of black people that jumped in to save him. Like, yo, chill. Like, come on, man.
So they should all said beat his ass?
Yeah. Lesson. Yeah. That word is not to be played with, man.
I mean, I agree.
You know what I mean?
Have you ever heard me say it?
No.
On camera, off camera?
No.
A video clip somewhere from 10 years ago? No, I don't say it.
Eminem doesn't say it. And he's the greatest white rapper ever.
Oh, he said it. He said it.
Well,
he has said it.
Well,
Hold on a second.
No white person is clean. If you go back in the history of white folks, there's some footage somewhere where they done fucked up. Justin Bieber, Paula Deen, Hulk Hogan. When black people hear about white people saying foul shit, that ain't news, it's Tuesday.
You've seen nothing from DJ Vlad.
Well, nigga, we just don't have the right kind of camera equipment.
We need better cameras, huh?
We need better equipment, man. You know, the jury's still out, maybe.
Jury's still out.
Yeah.
Yeah? I mean, listen, I personally am not a fan of Tekashi saying it. I'm not even a fan.
I hate when he says it.
I'm not even
but that's only because I hate him so much.
Okay, right. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of Fat Joe saying it. I'm not going to tell him that to his face, you know what I mean?
What are you going to do, chase you with them knock knees? How ironic. He made a song called Lean Back, and he
that's
leaned
what I was gonna
all
say.
the way back.
His biggest song has him saying the N-word in the chorus.
Yeah. But listen, this is where black people, part of this is our fault. People do what we allow them to do. And so many times we allow people passes to our culture and all access that, what can you do? Well, I hate when I hear black people go, well, if we want them to stop saying it, we gotta stop saying it. That is the weakest shit I've ever heard. Patrice O'Neal, one of the greatest comedians ever live, I always say this, had one of the greatest quotes where he goes, if black people haven't earned anything, we've earned the right to language. Because we never even got our 40 acres and a mule. We ain't got reparations, even though other races have. So how are you gonna tell us, the people who have been fucked over the most, what we can't say? How we can't turn our lemons into vodka? Like, are you serious?
I mean, look, Cardi B's new single starts off her saying, outside N-word needs an outside bitch. Like literally the first line in the song.
Yeah.
Cardi B, who, I don't know, does she have like a dark-skinned Dominican father or something like that? I don't know. I mean, she looks barely, basically white to me though, when you look at her.
No, she don't look white.
I don't mean white, but she's a very light-skinned Latina.
Yeah, but them lips and that nose and take that makeup off. You know what I'm saying?
You get a full
That
blown.
bitch looks like Don Cheadle. Listen, Hispanic people, they have black blood in them. Certain Italians, Sicilians, historically have black blood in them.
So if you have black blood somewhere along the line, you could use the N-word?
I'm just saying, I'm not saying you can use the N-word, but there is black in you. So if there's some slippage, it might save you from an ass whooping.
Save you? I mean,
before you get punched in the face, you should go, I'm Sicilian.
Look, I saw some sort of post recently, I don't know if it's true or not, but they're saying that gingers are historically black or something. Like there's some sort of a connection between people with like red hair and black people or something. Now I have red hair, so I'm like, okay, does that mean that I'm historically black? Like what, huh? Like, I don't know. I'm still not gonna use the word. I'm not gonna use that as an excuse, right? But I don't know. I feel like everyone tries to say, oh, I got this in my family, I got that in my family. Like, look, like if you're 1/16 black, that doesn't make you black. You're whatever else you are.
Listen, the ultimate test is always, if you think you're that, then try that. And then whatever you think is in you, something else gonna be in you.
I mean, look, when you look at the ICE protests, I know this is not gonna be a very popular opinion, but like I'm an immigrant myself. I came over here legally, right? And I eventually became a citizen. I have Social Security card and so forth. Now, I guess to me, what I'm having a bit of a problem with is that you have this group of people that knew they've been illegal for a long time. They've never became citizens. They never got a green card. They've been illegal. And now they're in an uproar because they're being deported for being illegal. Like, go to any other country and see where this flies. Like, you cannot be illegal anywhere else in the world and expect to stay in a country for 20, 30 years. So you're going to start, like, tearing down, like, buildings and attacking cops because you're unhappy that you got caught for being illegal?
It's always a gray area because when you think of the word technically, you go, technically, you're right. Where there's laws in place for this. But then the flip side to that coin is America wears the big H, hypocrisy.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, America took this country from people who were here, Native Americans and some black people. They took it. So this country really belongs to not white folks. But they don't even, they keep that bullshit going in the history books. So, what you really mad at?
I mean, look, California used to be Mexico.
Okay.
Look at the name.
Okay.
Los Angeles.
Okay.
San Francisco. Like, you know what I'm saying? These are all Spanish names.
Yes.
Where I grew up, San Mateo. Like, these are all Spanish names. San Jose. You know any white people named Jose?
I love that clip. I probably
It's
watch
not San Joe. It's San Jose.
I probably watch it once a year because it just it just does it. tickles me with joy is when Farrakhan was on Donahue. And at one point, one of the audience members, black dudes, was like, you know, these people are so disrespectful. I heard one person say, go back to Africa. What does that even mean? And Donahue goes, to the arrogant persons, when you say go back, please remember your origin. Please remember where you came from, because you're not a native anywhere. You came and took it from the native people. So be careful about saying go back, because if somebody told you to go back, where would you go? So
Yeah.
that's America.
Well, speaking of Farrakhan, I recently did Willie D's show where I apologized for misquoting him. That created a very interesting effect. You know, certain people, you know, like Killer Mike reached out to me and thanked me for doing it. And Lord Jamar, who I had this 5-year kind of fallout with, actually reached out to me.
And I saw him on here.
Yeah, we had a conversation just about our relationship and our friendship and so forth. And it was a good conversation. And then, you know, there was a follow-up call where I suggested, hey, you know, why don't you come back and, you know, do an interview? And, you know, I think it'll show a lot of growth and maturity. He came back and did it. And a whole uproar started over him doing this interview.
Uproar from the black community?
Well, people were like, yo, I can't believe he went back on Vlad TV, and, you know, he's supposed to stand on code, and, you know, he's a sellout and so forth. And by the way, I think the funniest thing that came from all this, right? Oh, hold on, let me see if I can pull up this picture. We took a photo together, right? We took this photo, and I didn't think this is that big of a deal. Like, are you a sneakerhead at all?
I stopped being a sneakerhead in the early 90s.
Well, so he wore these Jordans, right? So these are Team Jordans. They're not like the retros.
Right.
Right? And for the first time in my life, literally hundreds of comments. Say, yo, Jamar got on the Mexican Jordans. Mexican Jordans were all down the comments. He got on Mexican Jordans. He got on the Miguel Jordans.
Like fake?
So this is what I found out, right? I didn't even know that this even existed. This is a thing. So apparently in the Mexican community, you know, kids are going back to school and stuff like that. The parents go to the store to get them new shoes. So the kid's like, oh, I want Jordans. So when you go to the store, the actual retros are more expensive. Right. And a lot of times they're hard to get. So the parents go and get like, okay, here's some Jordans. My kid wanted Jordans. I'll get these Jordans. They're a little cheaper. They're Team Jordans. A lot of times these Jordans, you know, if you look at these, they're sort of a mix between like a couple different Jordans. Like it's like a 11 mixed.
So basically it's the poorer version of the Jordans.
Right. And over time, they became known as the Mexican Jordans.
Yeah, black people, we will be the downfall to many's people's self-esteem, hopes and dreams. This is why it's important. Unfortunately, the white community has never been in a position where they've had to play the dozens or bussing or talking shit. That's why they go and shoot up schools, because they're not used to being fucked with. And black people, we the worst, man.
Yeah, look, Jamar finally had to make a video addressing his Mexican Jordans. He said they're gone because they got deported. He said ICE went and took his Jordans and brought them back to Mexico.
He shouldn't have even responded to that.
But it was Mexican Jordans all down the comments.
Listen, man, I get fucked with on my Instagram for doing your show. And people will call me sellout and, oh, you must be desperate. Work must be drying up. And the stupidity and the ignorance of some of us within our own community is why we don't grow. Because like I said before, and I will defend this to the death, if I'm sitting at home on a Tuesday and you call me and go, yo, come do Vlad. My choice is either don't go do Vlad, sit in my room and play PlayStation and make no money, or go do Vlad for a couple hours and make 4 figures. What's the better choice?
Well, and on top of that, I think
let me jump on it. On top of that, the exposure.
So I was gonna say,
which leads to more ticket sales,
more bookings.
Yeah. So this is called evolving.
Yes.
This is called progress. And niggas are too ignorant to understand this. So they ridicule you or they talk shit about you when it's like, dude, I can make more in 2 hours than you can work slaving your ass away at a job for a month. Like that's your perspective.
Yeah.
That's your mentality.
Like they wouldn't do a Vlad TV interview if I called them up and offered them some money, or even do it for free.
Exactly.
Or even do it for free. Right, exactly. So look, so there was like all this backlash really on him, not so much on me. You know, they're using all types of racial slurs and stuff like that about him. But, you know, and he addressed it. And this is the part that kind of surprised me a little bit, was that, like, look, the whole thing about him and Godfrey, you know, breaking things off with me was over the Farrakhan misquote and me not apologizing. I went and apologized about the misquote in no, you know, in very clear terms. I didn't make excuses for it.
But
I apologize.
But did you doing that make you think or feel like you was gonna get something from that?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No,
So
no,
you just did it just to do it.
just to do it. And I purposely, like, I did it 5 years after I originally said it. I did it to the, you know, I wanted to make it very clear. And I said this in the interview with Willie D. I said, I'm not doing this because I'm pressured.
Right.
I'm not doing it because financially, you know, we're in bad shape. I'm not doing it because there's a certain guest I want back on the show. I'm doing it because I feel at this point it's the right thing to do. I've been wanting to do it for a while, and I just wanted to pick the right moment to do it with the right person. Willie D, who was a big Farrakhan supporter, someone that, you know, has had conversations with him, been on stage with him. I knew it was not going to be an easy walk in the park interview. You see what I'm saying? He pushed back on a lot of things, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But me and him also have a friendship on top of that. I didn't want to just go to someone that really didn't know anything about Farrakhan, and they would have just been kind of like, okay, yeah, whatever. No, like, he actually had a vested interest in it. I said what I said. I stood on it. I didn't expect anything out of it. The fact that certain people hit me was a pleasant surprise. But at the end of the day, that was the whole beef issue, was that. So I addressed that, and people are still mad at him for coming back.
Let me ask you something. If you had to put a guesstimate on it, within a year, how many times would you say I've done your show in a year?
6 or 7?
You know what I do with the money that you give me?
What's that?
I buy stocks.
Oh, there you go.
So now, after a year, if I'm sitting on, I don't know, 30, 40 grand, whatever it is, of McDonald's stock or whatever stock I choose to buy, that's to be looked down on?
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And stocks help make you money while you sleep.
Oh, yeah, listen.
So one thing bleeds into the next.
I've got a
like you
serious
said,
stock
like
portfolio.
you said, the money, the reach, the ticket sales, the bookings, stocks, it all bleeds into each other. So that's why I'm telling you, but this is why it's important, black people, public service announcement. When you come from nothing and you are the one person in your family that succeeds, yes, stay grounded, but move the fuck away from them niggas. Get the fuck up out that neighborhood and get away from around them niggas, because they will be your downfall. I'm not saying forget who you are. I'm not saying you can't go visit. But when you go, hey, how you doing? Half man hug, what up, bruh? Pound it up, love you nigga, and then get in your Benz and get the fuck up out of there.
Yeah, look, when me and him had the conversation, right? There was a conversation about money. And he basically said, look, you know, because at one point he made a video responding to the whole, you know, apology he did with Art Dialogue, and he was like, yo, man, fuck his apology. Like, Vlad needs to pay me 30% of all the money he's made off of all my past interviews, right? So me and him got on the phone, and you know, we had a conversation about it. He goes, look, you know, you can't deny that, you know, me being your first regular guest, like, I helped build up the platform and so forth. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. And, you know, what I told him was, at the time, we weren't paying any guests. The company wasn't big enough for us to really do appearance fees and so forth. But literally a few months after you left, that's when COVID hit, I started paying all my regular guests.
Yeah.
People like Lunel and yourself as well, right? So it's like, had you waited a little longer, you would have gotten paid. But I understand what you're saying. I'm not going to pay you, you know, back royalties or whatever else because there was no agreement about that. But moving forward, I will pay you. Just
Yeah,
like I
and
pay
just so you
all my
know,
other regular guests.
while we can't go back for royalties, the price will be going up on your ass.
Right, and that's fine. And I paid him, and that's cool.
Dude,
Like,
I saw something
It's all fair.
that was so great because it wasn't Jay-Z saying it. It was Memphis Bleek saying it. And Memphis Bleek was like, there was a point in time where Jay had to get up from around us. Because he goes, you always heard about how Jay would always say, in that one song, I think it's Diamonds Are Forever, when he says about Memphis Bleek, basically, whatever I got, nigga, you got it for life. Like, you my man. But Memph was like, man, at one point, man, I just wasn't at that mature level where when Jay-Z's brand had grown, like he said, I'm a businessman, and I was bad for business.
Oh, he said that?
Yes.
Oh.
So that's what I'm saying. It had more value to hear Memphis say it than Jay say it, because if Jay says it, then you know how people interpret things. Oh, Jay just forgot where he came from and he's shitting on his man. But no, this is his man saying that. Dude, I was detrimental to the brand, the way I was acting, the shit I was doing. So Jay, understandably, had to go, hey, man, I'm gonna let you do you while I grow. So that's all I'm saying, man. The people that say they love you and support you, they'll hurt you.
Yeah, look, all my viewers, like everyone in my membership and everything, 95% of them like, yo, we're glad to have him back. We've been asking for him to come back for years. And he even said, like, yo, a lot of people were like, yeah, fuck Vlad. But a lot of people were like, yo, man, I miss you and Vlad together. But what's interesting, though, is that before me and Jamar had a conversation, I ran into Godfrey.
Yeah, you told me this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ran into Godfrey. And this was at...
Well, I talked to Godfrey.
You talked to Godfrey?
Yeah.
Oh, since then?
He ain't come back.
What's that?
He ain't coming back.
I'm not expecting him to come back.
He ain't coming back.
He's not invited.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's that.
Right.
But the interesting part about what happened, though, was we were on Big Boy's show, right? On the radio station, and he was on before me. So, as he's like finishing up the interview,
You told me the
joking
story.
around.
You told me the
Did
story.
we do this on the air?
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
We did?
Yeah, you told me the story.
Well, so yeah, we ran into each other. As soon as he saw me, put his hand out, shake my hand. And I shook his
And he
hand.
kind of took off.
Yeah, he took off right away.
Yeah.
Since then, what was a little bit funny was that, because he had made some videos about Jamar coming back and dissing him or whatever else.
Well, he just so we clear, him dissing Jamar was not about you. It was about how Jamar fell out with him about getting into it with the guy about the earth being flat.
Right.
And he felt played by that.
I guess he felt that Jamar came back to me to get back at him over the falling out, but that wasn't really the case. Like, me and Jamar had an actual friendship before Godfrey ever came around. In fact, I introduced Jamar to Godfrey, and that's how they ended up doing a podcast together.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Me and Jamar go way farther back than that. We actually have a deeper relationship and friendship and so forth. But I remember when he was doing all these videos, talking shit about Jamar and everything, and someone's like, oh, didn't Vlad reach out to you? He goes, oh yeah, I think he texted me. I'm not sure. Something. He's like, oh, you got a new number? Yeah, I think I got a new number. And I'm like, motherfucker, I texted you. I have your current number. We have someone that we both know that I got your number from. You saw my text. You chose not to respond. Now you want to say, oh, I'm not sure if he texted me or not. So I'll talk to Vlad. I got nothing against Vlad. And look, Godfrey doesn't have to talk to me. Absolutely not. We're both men. But as someone that really went out of his way to really talk shit about me on a lot of different platforms and talk shit about my family and so forth, if you have that type of energy with someone on the internet, when they see you or they reach out to you, you should be able to stand on that. You shouldn't sit there and just run off when they see you and ignore their phone calls. I just think that's cowardice. That's how I look at it. It's just cowardice. If you're going to be one way online, be that same way when I see that, when you see that person. I didn't come at him aggressively. You know what I'm saying? I didn't threaten him or whatever. I had my security with him, but he just stood there. You see what I'm saying? So that's my thing with Godfrey. I just think that's weak of him as a man to take that stance and then to sit there and talk around the subject about he's not sure if I texted him or not.
Godfrey's my man. Let's move on.
Okay. I'm not trying to turn you against Godfrey.
No, no. It can't happen. But I'm just saying,
exactly.
That's my man. We Luke and Han Solo. Me fuck his girl. That's a no-no. You know who that's from? You know where that's from?
No.
Nas.
Okay.
Me and son, he was talking about his boy. Me and my man like Luke and Han Solo. Me fuck his girl. That's a no-no. So what's the clip? Let's get to the clip you was talking about.
You want to talk about the clip?
Yeah, we've been, you know.
All right. So you had posted a clip of you doing a comedy show.
Uh-huh.
And there was a couple, I believe a white couple in the front row.
Uh-huh. In San Jose.
San Jose, California. Bay Area.
Yeah.
You know, my home region.
Improv.
That's right. And I guess they weren't laughing and weren't participating, so you just started just go off on them. Well, really on her.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where they actually had to leave.
They didn't have to leave, but they
They
chose
left.
to leave. Yeah. And then I went harder.
You went harder. Right. You said, don't sit in the front row if you don't want to be part of the show.
I said, my quote is, you buy tickets, you buy courtside seats, you're going to be part of the game.
There you go.
It's okay to laugh, goddammit. You can laugh, goddammit. Buckle up, it's gonna be a long night. I feel bad for you, because this is gonna be a tough car ride home. Do you enjoy comedy, sweetie? Are you all right? Do you enjoy comedy? Were you offended were you offended? This nigga's gonna be dead tomorrow. And you know what's funny? Because I know dudes, he wants to laugh, but his night is fucked up now. He gonna do a lot of this You buy courtside seats, you're gonna be part of the game. I feel like Joe Clark. Class, settle down, settle down. And if you're a man with a sweet, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. You f***ing You let your tell you what to do.
And then, here's what it was. So I opened my set within the first 6 minutes. I do a big transgender joke. And naturally, because of the sensitivity of the topic, there's gonna be certain people that don't find it funny. She didn't find it funny. To which that's why I went in on her. And listen, this is almost like a general unsaid rule. If you are sensitive or you are not prepared to handle certain kinds of jokes, or you don't know the comedian you're gonna go see, sit your ass in the back. Leave the front seats for the people that want to be pissed on at the R. Kelly show. So she's sitting there, and when you're not laughing amongst a room full of people that are laughing, you stand out like a sore thumb. I can't help but notice you. So that was the first part. The second part is this, and this is what's so fucked up sometimes about women. I could see it in his eyes. He wanted to laugh. He wanted to stay. Her man wanted to have a good time. But so many times a man has to defend his woman's honor that he has to do that corny shit. If she mad, I'm mad. If she want to go, I want to go. Even though the dude in you don't want to go. The dude in you is loving it. So when he left, I said, so you really gonna let your woman control your emotions and make you walk out of a show that you paid money for? You fucking fat. And when I said that, the place fucking erupted. So, yeah.
Almost reminds me of the Will Smith, Jada moment. Chris Rock made the joke. Will laughed. He looked over. Jada's not laughing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Could have gone that way, the comedy show.
Oh, that wasn't gonna happen.
That wasn't gonna happen?
That wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah?
No.
Right. Well, look, the one comedy show that I went to that you performed at, I think it was at Laugh Factory in Hollywood. you did pretty much the exact same thing to like a couple sitting in the front.
Yeah.
So I got to see this in real time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look, when I saw that, I said, glad it's not me. Although me, I would have enjoyed it.
You know,
I would have enjoyed it.
There's been a couple clips prior to that one, or maybe after that one. There's this one particular clip, which was recent, where I was at the Funny Bone in Connecticut. In Columbus, Ohio. And this black dude, dressed in all white, skinny, lanky, kind of like white, certain kind of hat. At one point, I called him Niggy Anna Jones. And
I was not ready for that.
I said, Niggy Anna Jones, sit your ass down. So at one point, and here's the thing, the clip that people saw, they only saw the part where I was like going at him, like really going at him, not even on stage. I'm in the audience. Because at one point, this motherfucker stood up. He was heckling my opener. He was loud. People kept telling him to sit down. There were a couple of people that actually wanted to fight him. So me and him got into it, and as he's being thrown out, he's going, you a bitch-ass nigga, Aries. You know, I paid money to see you. I said, so did everybody else. That doesn't give you the right to act non-accordingly. Act accordingly, nigga. And people were like, man, you should have posted the first half because the second half makes you look bad. I go, are y'all really that goddamn stupid that you need the first half to show you how the second half played out? It's a comedy show. Do the fucking math. Connect the dots. People get drunk. They get belligerent. They become hecklers. They become assholes. What comedian just attacks somebody for no reason? Like, I gotta tell you this? It's, again, I say this all the time. It's breathtaking to me how stupid, fucking stupid most people are. They're fucking idiots. Why do you need to see the first half of the clip to figure out why the second half played out?
Well, here's what I don't understand also. Like, I almost feel honored when I get roasted at comedy shows. Like, I was just at the Hollywood Unlocked Awards.
Right.
And Tiffany Haddish was the host. And as she's walking around the crowd, she's like, oh, DJ Vlad. First time I've seen his face. Police is here, y'all. Police is here. Watch out. Watch out. He's going to be filming. And I'm like, yo, this is great. I love it. Yeah, Tiffany Haddish just roasted me in front of a room full of celebrities.
But the difference is you're not being belligerent. You're not disrupting the show.
Yeah, not at all.
You're not. That's not fun for anybody.
Okay,
it's not fun for the comedian.
So it's like payback.
It's not fun for the audience.
Right.
But when there is a I hate to use the word controlled because part of being spontaneous is that it's not controlled. But there still has to be a certain level of, you know, you're the prisoners. I'm the warden. I run the prison. You know what I mean? I'm not giving everybody keys to their own cell. You know what I'm saying? That's
You're
not how that
part
works.
of the show. I
right.
am.
I'm controlling this.
Yes.
So, you know, when it's that and it's a good give and take, there's nothing like it. But when I always say drunk people are like suicide bombers. They ain't afraid to die, which is why you gotta put them out. They so fucked up. They're not afraid to die. People that are not drunk, if you hit them with a couple good jabs, verbal barbs, yo, they go, oh, I'm embarrassed. This ain't about me. Let me shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Even their spouse might be like, yo, you're embarrassing me. Sit down. And they do that. But when you so fucking inebriated, you the Mujahideen, nigga. You a suicide bomber.
Well, okay, so what did this couple do apart from not laugh?
That was it.
That was it?
That was enough.
That's all it takes?
That's all it takes. And listen, I'm almost convinced because I've done this before. If you stay, I'm on stage for an hour 15. I'm gonna eventually get you. I'm gonna eventually get you because I'm nice, nigga. There have been moments where I'm doing my shit and one person just refused to laugh, and at some point it becomes a standoff even, because now they're mad that I fucked with them. So they got that I ain't laughing at shit you say energy. But again, I got you for an hour 15 if you don't leave. So somewhere in that set, I get them and I see him chuckle, and then I'll call him out and go, I got this motherfucker. And now the crowd really goes crazy and they laugh even more.
Right.
I'm a beast, man.
Right. That didn't happen that time, though.
No, you left before I could,
right.
you know.
And in fact, the time I saw you, that didn't happen either. You just kept roasting.
Well, to be fair, a set at the Laugh Factory is only 20 minutes.
Yeah, right. It was almost like a guest set.
Right.
Almost, yeah.
When it's my show, I can go do an hour and a half. So I got more of time to massage you.
Okay, so let me play devil's advocate. Obviously, a lot of people think you're funny. You're a paid comedian.
Wait
you're
till you
constantly
the
being
comments. Again, I know comedy's subjective, but because people are natural haters, they say the dumbest shit. Oh, all Aries does is impressions. That's all he could do. You are the dumbest motherfucker if you ever believe that. Let me tell you something. Doing impressions for me is like dunking a basketball. That's the easiest part. Come to my show. Let me show you my basketball IQ, my ability to play defense, rebound, pass. There's much more to my game than doing fucking voices.
Right, listen, as someone who
I'm one of the most intelligent, funny, fearless niggas in the game. I'm handsome, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat.
Muhammad Ali. So, as someone that has spent dozens of hours in the room with you doing interviews and cracking jokes and so forth, obviously I'm aware of your humor. I'm respected. I respect your humor. I see the breadth of it. Yes, occasionally you do an impression, but that's like maybe 5% of what you do, right? But to play devil's advocate, you're not going to be funny to everyone. Not everyone is going to love your humor.
Not everybody loved Muhammad Ali, Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan.
Exactly.
Some of the greatest.
Exactly.
That's par for the course.
Nas. Some people don't like his beats. So what I'm saying is, just because that this particular couple did not react to your comedy, are they really doing something wrong?
Yes. How dare you stand in front of the king and not act accordingly? How dare they? Off with their heads.
Off with their heads.
Shit. And if I know I can turn that moment into something, why wouldn't I?
I feel you.
Why the fuck wouldn't I?
Listen, I like sitting in front rows. I love it.
And you know what happened when they left? Immediately, 2 people took their spot.
Oh, really?
Immediately.
They can do that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Come on, man.
They're not coming back.
There are people that are dying to sit ringside.
Yeah.
I want to sit in the bleachers with the binoculars.
Oh, man, I love being ringside. I mean, I've been roasted by Tony Rock. I've been roasted like a...
Oh, I'm glad you said Rick. One of my favorite fucking verses when Biggie and Jay-Z teamed up to do the rhyme. You remember what the song was called?
Brooklyn's Finest?
I think so. But he goes, y'all niggas is home screaming the fight song. We in the 1,500 seats watching tight song. Same fight, same night, but one of us ain't playing right. I'll let you tell it. Ooh! You talk about a verse that encompasses swag, confidence, and what makes it really stick, yo, he's speaking truth. Because if you've ever been to a fight, and I'm a boxing fanatic, I've been to a lot of fights in Vegas, I've sat ringside, and then I haven't sat ringside. Oh boy, there's a difference. And to some people who want to chalk that shit up to, oh man, you just wasting 15,000.
Oh no,
you ain't got it.
No,
You ain't got it.
Front row at boxing
Just admit
matches.
you ain't got it. You can't afford it.
Yeah, you don't realize how hard these dudes are hitting each other.
Dude, let me tell you something.
Unless you're in the front row.
I paid for me and 2 of my best friends to go to the Manny Pacquiao-Floyd Mayweather fight. Seats weren't ringside, 30 grand a piece.
Woo!
Them tickets cost me 30 grand a piece.
So you spent $90,000.
$90,000, and it wasn't even ringside. I think ringside was going for, like 80 to 100K.
Sheesh.
But listen, if you got it and you can do it, it's an experience.
Oh yeah.
Come on, man. Live your dreams, boys and girls.
Yeah. You had some words about Ice Cube recently.
You know, Willie D called me.
Okay.
I was in Louisville, Kentucky. And this nigga, and I love Willie D, that's my man, but this nigga called me like I disrespected his mama. He was like, Aries, man, you don't understand what Ice Cube done did for the culture, man, and hip hop. Why you say? And I go, Willie, it's a subjective opinion. I'm allowed to not like Ice Cube. I know, man, but Aries, man, he was on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Willie. I talk to him every few days.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like that. He's
Yeah.
like that. You don't like anything Ice Cube's done?
Nothing.
Really?
Ice Cube does nothing for me as a rapper and an actor.
Okay.
Nothing.
Let's start with the rap. Fuck the Police. You don't think that's a classic song?
It's classic because of what it represents in terms of black struggle symbolism and what black people have gone through with the police historically. It's the song that makes you go, yeah! Yeah. I get how it can touch your emotions, but it don't do nothing for me.
Straight Outta Compton, Gangster. These
When
songs?
the song that makes me want to jump out of a window is Have a Good Day. Today was a good day. Rolling down the street in my 6'4". Police didn't come bother us no more.
That's not the way the lyrics go.
Whatever, but that cadence, that fucking cadence. You might as well have them say, green eggs and ham. Sam, I am.
I'm gonna ask you to redo this because it was so funny when I heard it the first time.
The Tommy Chong joke?
No. Ice Cube doing Anaconda.
I don't remember what I did with that.
You did a whole routine.
But I ain't getting in that lake. There's snakes in there. That's him in every fucking movie. No depth, no range. And this is why it pisses me off as a comedian when they cast rappers in comedies. Because as a comedian, we're going to bring our natural God-given talent to a script where we go, this is funny, but now let me sprinkle my talent on it and elevate it. Cut to, are we there yet? Here's the comedy. Ice Cube, the dad, walks up on the ladder to go change something on the roof. He slips off the ladder, cut to the aerial shot, him in the bushes with the goofy face. That's the comedy. And that's as far as it'll go. Because a rapper is not gonna be able to go, okay, that is funny, but there's something else. Do you see all the angles? Do you know comedically, do you see where you could go, it'd be funnier if I did this, changed this, said this, the timing. Now, I guarantee you, I will get called a hater in all these fucking comments because idiots can't separate fact from hatred. I'm telling you what it is in terms of an art form. Talent, what you bring to it, a comedian's eye, his mentality. A rapper doesn't possess that. No more than I possess the ability to rap better than a rapper.
Okay, well, let's talk about this then. You don't think that Ice Cube was great in Friday? I will give you that he's playing himself.
He was great in Friday, but tell me how different Friday is from Boys in the Hood. Only difference is the nigga don't have a gun.
Well, Boys in the Hood was a dramatic role.
Either way, he's playing a street nigga. He's playing a street nigga from Los Angeles. That's not a stretch. That's not a stretch. Instead of him going, is there a problem here? He's going, bitch, is there a problem here? It's just a different tone, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, he was in Higher Learning.
And he played Ice Cube in Higher Learning.
He plays Ice Cube in every movie.
Everything.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not doubting that. I'm not questioning that.
There's no way you can sell.
But
there's no way you can sell me on Ice Cube the surgeon. Nurse, we got to do a scalpel. Turn the gas up to CC74. No, you're gonna get that.
Right. I mean, he's never really played a truly dramatic role where he's out of his.
Why do you think that
character.
is? Why do you think?
Well, okay, but for example, can't you say the same thing about Keanu Reeves? He pretty much plays the same person in every role.
Again, am
I right though?
Hold up. On my podcast, this is an interesting thing that we do, and I think I mentioned it to you on here before. When we go actor or movie star, here's what I say about Keanu. He's not a great actor, but he makes great movies. Speed, Devil's Advocate, fucking
The Matrix.
Matrix. What did he recently do?
John
Wick.
Yeah.
He's not a great actor.
Yes.
But he makes great fucking movies.
Can't you say the same thing about Ice Cube? Ice Cube has made some great movies. And he's not really an actor like that, but he's made some great movies. I think the Barbershop movies were great. Friday was definitely great. Boys in the Hood was definitely great.
Okay, so if I
he has great movies.
So if I have to choose,
he wouldn't have the career he has without those movies being great.
So if I have to choose between Keanu's, yeah, where are we going, versus Ice Cube here, I choose, yeah, where are we going? I choose that.
But it's kind of the same thing, though.
You're right.
It's kind of the same thing.
The theme of this between you and I, technically, you're right. But if I have to choose, Keanu's movies, I'm more popcorn with Keanu.
Keanu is obviously a bigger movie star than almost anybody, right?
He's one of the top.
He's one of the top guys. He's always been a leading man. Have you ever seen Keanu in like a, in a secondary, third role? Never.
Oh, yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, every so often they'll pop him in as like a cameo or whatever. But you've never really seen.
Listen, they put that motherfucker in Shakespeare. Much Ado About Nothing.
Right.
With Kenneth Branagh and Denzel. Yeah, hark he goes there. Thou shalt be. But if I had to choose between that and how'd she go there? How'lt thou be? Give me Keanu, man.
Ice Cube doing Shakespeare would be something. That would be something. Matter of fact, he should do it. He should do it.
Dost thou not know he killeth in time?
Okay, let me ask you a question. In terms of hood film, okay, I'll even make it more specific. Hood comedies. Can you come up with a better hood comedy than
I don't know that many hood comedies off the top of my head. And certainly past Friday, none of them were really that successful.
They're all successful in their own way, but not you take Chris Tucker out of the
What's the one with Method Man and Redman? How High? Was that really that big?
No.
Okay.
It was okay.
I wouldn't consider it a hood movie only because it didn't have a hood feel, but okay, you want to talk about a black urban comedy that was great, phenomenal, House Party.
Yes.
But it wasn't hood.
It was
the Cosbys.
Yeah, you're right. It was kind of middle class. Yeah, you're right.
Middle class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kid lived in a nice house.
Yeah.
Both of them. Yeah, you're right. But I thought there was sort of a, well, I don't know, like Full Force kind of being kind of gangsterish sort of.
Niggas
like.
57 playing 17-year-olds. That was comedy.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, when you look at all the best hood comedy
dude,
movies,
like I'm gonna tell you something.
Friday's always
like
number
I'm
one.
gonna tell you something. Again, and when I think great actors, we're talking about the best. And you can reel off Denzel, Leonardo DiCaprio, Morgan Freeman, of course, De Niro, Denzel. I said Denzel, De Niro, Pacino, Jack Nicholson. When I think about, here's another one. Super nice guy, great rapper, but Common is Common. His acting is common. And when I say common,
I'm not a fan.
When I say common, I don't mean common the name. It's common.
Yeah, he plays himself.
There's no boop, boop. It's just. Ooh. I mean, it's flat. It's all flat.
Right. I mean, for example, I felt the exact same way about Brad Pitt until.
Don't you do this.
What was the movie? Seven.
Yes.
When I saw Seven, I said, okay.
That motherfucker.
There's the range I've been waiting for. There you go. And after that, it seemed like he kind of turned a new corner.
Listen, sometimes some actors, because they're so pretty, people think they can't. And I this is why I said this about Matt Rife. Matt Rife, like Sugar Ray Leonard, and like Oscar De La Hoya, both them dudes was pretty boys. Girls loved them. America loved them. They was mainstream. But don't get it twisted. Both Oscar and Sugar, they had them fucking hands.
Yeah, they'll beat the shit out of them.
Comedically, Matt Rife got them fucking hands. He's a pretty motherfucker, and a lot of people hate on him for that, particularly dudes. Oh, man, the crowd work and blah, 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 blah. Hey, man, Matt got them comedic hands, man. He's open for me. Matt's a bad motherfucker. So with Brad Pitt, yeah, it's distracting how pretty that motherfucker was. Mm-hmm. But that man can act.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
Well, he learned how to act some movies in. Like in the beginning, I felt like Cool World was like, Thelma and Louise, But once we got to Seven, I'm like, oh, okay. He's onto something.
And what about Fight Club?
Yeah,
what
that
about
came
12
later.
Monkeys?
That all came after around Seven. It was around that same time. You're right.
Sometimes you can't show your best work unless you're given the opportunity.
This is true. Yeah,
So a lot of
probably
actors
was offered those roles up to that point.
And a lot of those roles he was offered probably was simply because he's a pretty motherfucker. The camera's gonna love him.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, but I'll still take Friday over really every other movie of that genre. And I actually, I look at, I Googled it. I'm looking at a list of like the top hood movies based, on Ranker. Number 1 is the Friday franchise. Number 2, Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. How High, Barbershop franchise. Good, solid franchise. The House Party, like you said, White Man Can't Jump.
That's not a...
It's just listed here. I wouldn't consider that a hood movie either. 3 Strikes.
Wesley is the blackest thing about that movie.
3 Strikes. I Got the Hookup.
Nobody watched that.
The Wash. Players Club.
Some of those
another
movies are
Ice Cube
straight.
movie.
When you say hood, that means only the deepest depths of the hood watch the movies.
Malibu's Most Wanted is on this list. Which, by the way, I think is a classic.
If you want to put...
Do you think Malibu's Most Wanted is a classic?
No.
Really?
No. Let me tell you something.
It's a white boy classic.
When you talk about...
How's that?
When you talk about a comedy, predominantly black class, beautiful shot, budget, everything, Eddie Murphy's Boomerang. You could put that up there with some of the other top tier romantic comedies with white folks.
Yeah.
When Harry Met Sally.
I agree.
As Good as It Gets.
Yeah.
That you know what I'm saying?
That's a top 3 Eddie Murphy movie.
Right. And
Top
that
3.
ain't nothing hood about that.
Correct. It was the opposite. Everyone
Yeah.
was executives in a high-end...
An underrated Eddie Murphy all-black comedy that I don't think gets enough love is Life.
Yeah.
Life with Martin and Eddie, I thought that
cool.
was great.
It was cool. It wasn't great. It was good. It wasn't
It was
great.
more than good. I think it was more
When
than
you
good.
talk about Eddie Murphy, it's a high bar. It's a high bar.
Yeah, but that's almost like discounting what Martin brought to it. The two of them together, chemistry-wise,
It was good.
yeah.
It was good. I'm not saying it was a bad movie. I'm just not going to put it in the top 3. I wouldn't put it up there with Coming to America. I wouldn't put it up there with Boomerang. I wouldn't put it up there with Trading Places.
Even though Trading Places he's the only black person in the movie.
Right. Well, I'm just talking about movies in general.
No, I'm talking
Yeah, I'm
about
talking about Eddie
specifically
Murphy
about
movies.
black cast.
Okay, yeah, no, there's definitely not a black cast. I'm just talking about Eddie Murphy movies.
Yeah.
I mean, Coming to America was not an all-black cast.
But that was still
Well, it was primarily a black cast.
it was, but that was still
He played a white guy.
That was still during Eddie Murphy's Chicago Bulls years. Coming to America.
Okay.
Then when you talk about older Eddie, that's Eddie Murphy, Washington Wizards. Eddie.
Hold on a second. One of my members, Jody Too Good Too, asked a question for you. He said, would you rather spend an hour performing in Cleveland or listening to Kodak Black?
Oh, give me Kodak Black, nigga. Give me Kodak Black, nigga. I will listen to Kodak Black and Lil Uzi Vert while hanging out at the gayest club in Santa Monica over being in Cleveland. Fuck that. Fuck Cleveland, nigga.
What happened after you went off on Cleveland on my show?
Oh, I got a million threats. Nigga, if you ever come back here, we gonna see you. We gonna pull up at your show. And again, I love the classic, always fucking cliche go-to. That's because you ain't funny. So I got a million of those. You just wasn't funny.
Well, R. Kelly is trying to get a pardon from Trump. Apparently, he's claiming that the prison guards are trying to kill him. I guess he overdosed recently, had to be rushed to the hospital. Do you think that Trump will pardon R. Kelly?
Listen, anything is possible while we have Lord Vader in office. I don't put nothing past Lord Vader.
So it might happen.
Might happen.
It might happen. Imagine if R. Kelly got out
Damn, R. Kelly and P. Diddy.
at the same time, doing a party together.
Oh, man, piss and baby oil everywhere.
Just yellow baby oil everywhere.
Just sliding in stench. Oh, shit.
Oh, man, remember the Dave Chappelle Dave Chappelle pee on you skit back in the day?
Yeah, you
On the
remember the
Chappelle
Mad
Show?
TV statutory rapist sketch back in the day?
No, I missed that.
Better watch that one.
Watch that one.
As good as Dave's pee on you was, we killed it with the R. Kelly statutory rapist.
Did you ever run into R. Kelly after that?
I never ran into R. Kelly, period.
Yeah,
I saw him once at the Beverly Center,
Huh.
going up an escalator, and that was it.
Yeah, I remember my interview with Bill Bellamy. Like, you know, like in my interviews, sometimes I'll laugh.
Mm-hmm.
But there's certain times I'll laugh like way more than others. This was
Like when I'm on.
yeah, like when you're on, exactly. But like one of the hardest times I've ever laughed was when Bill Bellamy told the story, right? We'll play a clip from it. You know, he was a VJ on MTV for a long time, right? So he had an interview with Aaliyah. So he's doing this interview, and R. Kelly's there. He said that they show up in matching outfits. You know, it's a little weird, but okay, right? So he's doing this interview, and, you know, he's cracking jokes, and she's laughing or whatever else. And suddenly in the middle of the interview, R. Kelly just is like, no, we're leaving. Grabs her, pulls her away, whatever else, right? So they're going through this whole thing, and, like, you know, he had to meet with the executives. Like, what did you do? How'd you mess this up? They're going through the tape, you know, and they're trying to figure out what happened. They realize that absolutely nothing happened. And what they finally came up with was that R. Kelly was like jealous that Aaliyah was like laughing along with Bill Bellamy. And Bill was like, yo, R. Kelly, I don't want her. She's in the 8th grade.
I'm sitting there watching them get in the limo, right? I'm like, what the fuck? Cut to, what did you do? What happened? What happened, Bill? What happened? Robert is leaving. He's upset. About what? What did you do, Bill? Robert said the interview, it's over. So I'm sitting there like, yo, I don't know. I'm just sitting here. We were just about to talk about the 3rd or 4th song, and then my man got up. What the fuck, right? Cool. Everybody's whispering. There's doors slamming and shit because the executives are hot because they came all the way out to the Hamptons and the interview's over because they're trying to promote Aaliyah's album and Robert is not having it. Cut to. This is so bugged out. I don't think I ever told this story. All the executives at MTV, we go in the room. They're doing this. Well, what's exactly said? They're going back, looking at it. Because this is back in the day, you could see the video, you could see the numbers. They're going back, and we're all looking. I don't see anything. That's the fuck I was trying to tell you. Ain't nothing happened. Cut to, Robert got in his feelings about it. I didn't know what was going on. Maybe it was one too many keys. Maybe she laughed a little too hard on one of the little jokey jokes. But I'm a comedian and I'm doing an interview. I'm not trying to holler at this girl. She in the 9th grade, bro. So, come on, bro. I'm a grown ass man, bro. Let's keep this shit a buck, right?
That's funny.
He's like, she's in the 8th grade. I don't want her. And I just fell out. I just fell out of my seat.
Big shout out to my man Bill Bellamy. Another one, pretty boy, got them hands.
Yeah?
Got them comedic hands.
You know what's wild is me and Johnny Gill been hanging out recently. And he's like best friends with Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yeah.
Right? So Sugar Ray doesn't really drive. So at the end of the night, you know, we're watching the NBA Finals. You know, Ray wanted to go home. And, you know, Johnny goes, oh, I'll have my brother drive you. I'm like, oh, well, Beverly Hills, that's not too far from where I'm staying right now. Like, I'll drive you home. So I got to spend an hour in the car with Sugar Ray Leonard.
Sugar Ray Leonard came to my show in Irvine one time, and it fucked me up because I'm on stage, and I keep looking at this dude in the 3rd row, and I'm like, damn, that look like Sugar Ray fucking Leonard. So finally, I just stopped. I went, my man, you know, you look just like Sugar Ray. He nodded his head. I literally stopped my show and made everybody applaud and stand up.
Yeah.
Because again, I'm a boxing fanatic.
Yes.
So I was like, y'all don't understand. This is one of the greatest welterweights of all fucking time. My dad had me grow up on this dude.
Let me ask you a question. In terms of living boxers right now,
Yeah.
Sugar Ray Leonard, top 5?
See, what's hard about that is the weight classes matter. So when you say top 5, to me, that's like if you're going to put him in and just randomly put boxers in, you're canceling out other heavyweights to me that have to be in that.
Okay,
if you ask
so
me
top 5 living boxers right now, you got to put Floyd Mayweather in that list, right?
Not a fan of Floyd Mayweather, man.
So you're not going to put him top 5?
Not for
okay,
me.
Let's take him out. Mike
Not
Tyson?
for me.
You put Mike
Of course
Tyson?
Mike Tyson.
Okay, so you got Mike Tyson. That's one.
Yeah.
Who else? Living. You can't mention Muhammad Ali.
Damn.
Yes.
That's fucked up.
This is why I said living. Living.
Oscar De La Hoya.
Okay.
Manny Pacquiao.
You would put Manny Pacquiao, but not Mayweather, even
Yes.
though you went to the fight where Mayweather beat Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
What type of logic is this?
And Manny Pacquiao had a fucked up rotator cuff.
Okay, and he did catch him later in his career. I get
They
it.
both caught each other later in their career.
Okay, but who won?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. I mean, if you want to keep him in there, I'm not trying to talk you out of it. I'm just saying.
Roy Jones.
Okay, right.
So that's what, 4? Is that 4? Tyson, Pacquiao, Oscar, Roy Jones.
You would
Sugar Ray
put-
Leonard.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You would
yeah.
put. I don't think you'd have an argument to put De La Hoya over Sugar Ray Leonard.
But I did.
Well, you just named 5. You didn't necessarily put them in
You
order.
said top 5.
Yeah, but did you go in order? I just thought.
No, I
random
just
5.
gave you the top
Yeah,
5.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if they're, but you would actually put De La Hoya over Sugar Ray Leonard?
No, but he's in the top 5.
He's in the top 5. Yeah, it's interesting. Like me and Willie D were talking about how he would actually put Sugar Ray over Mayweather because if you look at who Sugar Ray fought, it was much tougher.
Exactly.
He had tougher opponents.
One of the greatest documentaries ever, The Four Kings. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I never saw it.
Oh, dude. It chronicles that era in boxing about Sugar Ray, Tommy Hearns, Roberto Duran, and Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Right.
When they literally fought each other.
Yes.
Oh, God.
No, that was crazy.
Oh.
You know what was wild?
And what I hated about having to do your list was, you know how badly I wanted to put Marvin Hagler in that?
I mean,
And now that I think about it, Tommy Hearns?
Yeah. Here's the thing. We were talking about the Roberto Duran fight, right?
Which one?
The No Mas fight.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And what he told me, which was interesting, because Duran's from Panama?
Panama.
Right. He said that after the fight, Duran could not come home for like 3 months because they wanted to kill him in Panama.
Here's why you should see the documentary, which was great. That was true.
Yeah.
But he also grew up raising a lion. So he said when he finally wanted to go outside, he would walk down the streets with the lion and no one would fuck with him.
Okay.
So you not only could probably get your ass beat by one of the greatest boxers in Panama, fighters ever,
you're getting-
but he got the lion as backup. So what you want? You want them hands or you want them paws?
Right. Or the teeth. Even worse.
Okay?
Right.
And Durant was so crazy, he might bite you.
Well, you know something? Speaking of that, Sugar Ray was actually one of the announcers, one of the ringside announcers for the Tyson Holyfield fight with the ear biting thing.
Okay, could have
He was actually ringside.
I was at that fight.
Oh, you were at that fight.
I was at both the Holyfield Tyson fights.
Okay, because I remember I talked to him about that. I said, "What did you say when you saw that?" He goes, "I was stunned. I did not know what to say. I had never seen that before."
I was very, very stunned when I saw that. I can't do a good Sugar Ray, but Tommy Davidson kills that.
What did you think when you saw that fight? Were you close enough to actually see what was happening?
I was 7 rows from the ring.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
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 And maybe like 40 feet or something. Yeah. Pretty close.
We didn't really know what was going on because it ain't like TV where you can hear it.
Yeah.
We just saw the initial.
He's jumping around.
He's jumping
pulling his
around,
ear,
and then that's when Tyson pushed him into the ropes. So we didn't know what was happening until later. But yeah, dude, you know I'm telling you, man. I don't know if you've ever been, and especially like obviously I didn't go in the '80s when Tyson was at the apex of his powers. But dude, there was nothing like the energy in the building of a Mike Tyson fight. When you would wait for that motherfucker to come out, he came out with nothing but that towel on. He jumped in the ring, he started pacing, like watching a lion about to go to work. The energy in that building was fucking insane.
I mean, Mike Tyson was the biggest rock star in boxing of all time. You could argue Muhammad Ali, but I would say it was Tyson.
Yeah.
It just got bigger with Tyson.
Yeah.
Because Muhammad Ali did not have all the fanfare and the drama of someone that comes and knocks someone out after 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Like an Ali fight will go 12 rounds.
And you know, it would always piss me off when I would read the comments and people go, Mike Tyson's one of the most overrated fighters because he never fought or beat anybody of value. It's like, you know, he lost to Lennox, he lost to Holyfield twice, he never fought Riddick Bowe, he never fought George Foreman. And it's like, okay, technically, you're right. But you don't have to be a rocket science to figure out that when Tyson was under the tutelage of Kevin Rooney, Cus D'Amato, for a period in time, Teddy Atlas, no one was beating that Mike Tyson. When Holyfield fought Tyson, Tyson was not in his prime. He was a shell of himself. Same thing with Lennox.
He came out of prison. Yeah.
He came out of prison. He wasn't the same fighter. He was a headhunter. He didn't work off the jab. He didn't throw punches and bunches. He was not the same guy. If I was a betting man and had to go to Vegas and it was like, yo, the Lord Jesus Christ versus Iron Mike Tyson, I'm putting my chips on Mike. A prime Mike knocks the shit out of Jesus, nigga.
I mean, although there's an interesting conversation about if, let's just say Tyson didn't go to prison, comes out, beats Buster Douglas, and then fights Holyfield when they're both in their prime.
Oh,
I don't know.
That would have been the fight.
I don't know if Tyson would have won that.
I do.
Well, because look, here's the thing. I interviewed both of them, and I interviewed Holyfield, and we spoke about this.
I already know what you're going to say.
What's that?
Mike told you otherwise, right?
No, I'm not going to say that. What I found out from talking to Holyfield, by the way, one of the nicest people I've ever interviewed in my life.
You able to understand much of what he was saying?
Understood everything.
That nigga be all over the place.
She talked about his mama a lot.
Okay.
His mama gets mentioned 13 times in every sentence. But here's what he said. Because you got to understand that Holyfield and Tyson kind of came up together.
Yeah.
Holyfield's a little older, but they had sparred together when they were younger.
And Holyfield got the best of him. And Lennox got the best of Tyson too.
I didn't know that part, but
yeah.
Okay. But what Holyfield said was, he said the thing about Tyson is that when people go in the ring with him, they're scared of him.
Mike used to knock everybody out. So, you know, it was kind of like, he had his own sparring partner that he knocked out every day. He had people come in there and he'd knock them out. And so Mike and I, we both on the losing squad. So we on the losing squad and stuff like that. So this is the reason why I realized all the things that he could do, because he did it so well. I had this thing where that I wasn't afraid of nobody. Yeah, because my mama said, the only way you're going to lose when you don't take no chance to win.
And I wasn't scared of him. And he also said, I noticed that when Tyson came out of prison, I went, he ain't been hit. Ain't nobody hit him yet. So I'm going to hit him. Okay? And Tyson is so humble now that he'll agree with that. Yeah, man, yeah. That Tyson that was under Kevin Rooney and Cus D'Amato, the one that beat, what was the dude's name for him to win the championship, for become the youngest heavyweight champion ever? The night he beat that dude, I can't remember the guy's name, but he knocked the guy down, and the guy tried to get up 3 times and fell 3 times.
I know what you're talking about. This was Trevor Berbick?
Trevor Berbick. Nobody's fucking with that Mike, man.
Right. The Trevor Berbick fight was interesting, though, also, because if you remember, Trevor Berbick did Muhammad Ali's last fight.
Yeah,
and
which most people don't even know.
Ali.
Most people remember Ali's last fight as being against Holmes.
No.
But he fought one more time. Trevor Berbick.
Berbick beat the shit out of him.
That you can't even find that footage.
Yeah. Beat the shit out of him unnecessarily.
Yeah.
To the point where Mike Tyson hated Trevor for that.
Mike Tyson said that he also got revenge for Ali against Holmes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't talk about that part, but yeah, Holmes hated Berbick also for doing that to Ali.
Right.
And Ali, I think, was in the ring before that fight, and he whispered to Tyson, kill him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Ali was Mike Tyson's hero.
Yeah.
Posters on the wall.
Yeah.
Favorite fighter ever, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
So him beating the shit out of Burbick, being Mike Tyson, was kind of expected.
Yeah.
Especially the way he did. But look, you throw Mike Tyson in with Holyfield at the level that Holyfield was at, and he was not scared of Tyson, I'm thinking the same thing would have happened.
No.
I don't think that Tyson would have. Tyson would come in and just beat the shit out of the person for a minute, and then that would be it. Like, Tyson did not go the distance very many times.
Yeah, but he had the ability to.
He had the ability, but he did not go that many times. And he never got hurt by any of those guys that he went the distance with.
Okay,
Holyfield could have hurt him. Holyfield
did hurt him in their fight because Mike wasn't the same dude.
Right, I'm not talking about that.
Mike's head movement in his prime, his fucking head
crazy.
movement
Yeah,
was insane.
Yeah,
he didn't have that kind of head movement after prison.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, we'll never know.
We won't.
This is all make-believe talk.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they fought after he got out of prison, and Mike Tyson lost twice.
Yeah.
So Mike Tyson cannot say I'm a better boxer than Holyfield, because in the ring, both times we saw what happened.
I think record-wise he is.
I'm just talking about the two of them compared. Tyson cannot say I'm a better boxer than Holyfield, because when they got in the ring, we saw what happened both times. Technically, okay. Well, you know, Nelly, he got some backlash over performing at the inaugural ball for Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, a lot of people got on him. Snoop performed as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been doing some interviews recently with Ashanti. He said, I'll put whatever me and Snoop do in the community, and I have been doing it for more than 20 years, against any of you that are just talking trash. I have no stats to back up what you do to the community. From the black families that we employ to the black children that we help every day, all you through our nonprofits. On top of that, we are black men married to beautiful black women with black children. Should be inspiring the most, but some of y'all have a problem with me because the prosecutor, Kamala, who has probably locked up more black men than we've helped women of color with a white husband, did not win the election. Again, I reiterate, I did not campaign for anybody, and I tell people who to vote for. I respect and love our country from top to bottom, good and bad.
I'm at the age now, I'm really getting to that point where I don't give a fuck about what niggas say. You know what I mean? So what? Do you? You know, I just, you know, unless you niggas is paying my bills, what you say is irrelevant to me. You know, if in my own little dark moments in the corners of my world and my life, if I can do some things to help my people, then I'm gonna do that. But that's none of your business. And I'm not gonna live my life by the opinions of other people, because it's just dumb. Yeah, I don't know. I just, you know, I know my man Michael Jordan caught a lot of flack, because one of the things that black people love to run with is these narratives. Michael don't help the black community. Michael Jordan don't like black people. He don't help the black. When
Republicans buy sneakers too.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. But when you look up some of what he has done, black people benefit from this. Opening clinics and health facilities in North Carolina. Like, come on, man, stop it. Stop it. You don't owe nobody a goddamn thing. Fuck that.
Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, Trump is Trump. You know, you guys voted for him. I didn't vote for him. I voted for Kamala. Ultimately, now you got Trump, as you call him, Lord Vader, you know, doing all types of crazy stuff, you know, with all the ICE stuff and, you know, the trade war.
I don't know why
and
Nelly
like
even felt, him or Snoop, felt the need to have to explain. Because if the biggest threat you think is, well, we ain't gonna support you no more. I love when people go on my Instagram, if I post something or say something they don't like, unfollow. So you really mean to tell me that you think that because you get out of the beach, that the sea level changes? You one singular...
Depends who it is, though. Depends who it is.
You one singular individual. If you go unfollow, nigga, the sea levels changed.
Right.
And for the same reason that you'll unfollow me, there will be people that will follow me for what I post and what I say. So it balances itself out. I don't give it. When people go, well, we ain't gonna support their music. Really? Somebody's gonna support it. You really think that Snoop and Nelly will have a hard time filling seats with black bodies because, all right, they might have pissed off a section of the black community? That's ridiculous.
Well, for example, now this is a real thing. I talked to a major R&B singer that confirmed this for me. Remember when Chrisette Michelle performed at Trump's inauguration?
Mm-hmm.
She was blacklisted.
By who?
By basically people that were booking her for shows.
But was she blacklisted by the fans?
Well, sort of. Because if the fans no longer want you performing, they're not buying tickets, ultimately the promoters won't book you. I mean, it's not really up to the promoters.
Well, I would.
Yo,
I'd like to know more on that because look.
Listen.
If she decided on her own to book herself, are the fans not coming if they are fans of hers?
Listen, there's an article where she did an interview. Said Chrisette Michelle sang for Trump in 2017. The backlash lasted for years. She said, I thought they'd never stop hating me. There was a real backlash over her performing for Trump during the first election. And I'm telling you, she was not booked.
How has she done since? Right, up to date.
I don't know, man. Like, I saw something recent that said that she was diagnosed with severe autism or something. Like, it seems like overall she's not doing great.
Is she not performing anymore?
Not like before, no. That's what I heard. As someone that was on the same circuits that she was on, suddenly she just disappeared off the lineups.
I think there's more to that than that.
People hated Trump. Listen, I don't think everyone remembers how bad it was for a black person to stand next to Trump during that time. Remember when Steve Harvey had the meeting with Trump? It turned into a whole big thing where he had to like apologize.
Now all the niggas are standing behind him.
Everyone's standing with him.
Yeah, so weather the storm.
Yeah.
Weather the storm.
Yeah.
People are so goddamn finicky and wish-washy. Like, just weather the storm, man. If you about that and that's what you believe in, 10 toes down, weather the storm, fuck it.
Fuck it. That's what I say. Well, final topic. You made some comments about Ice Cube and his acting ability. Now, recently, 50 Cent is rumored to get the role of Balrog in the new Street Fighter movie.
He looks like it. Him or Mike Tyson. But that's a video game movie. How serious is that supposed to be taken?
It's not a high drama.
Come on, man.
What do you think about 50 Cent's acting ability overall?
This is what I think about it. He did a movie with Sylvester Stallone where it was about them in these prisons that were like cubes. The one, you know what I mean? And he played a computer tech. You know what separated 50 Cent from 50 Cent the rapper to the computer tech actor?
Glasses?
Now I'm a computer tech. We're gonna computers. And I know computers, I'm a computer tech.
Listen, I think 50 Cent plays 50 Cent very well. Now, keep in mind, some people can't even play themselves. Like, for example, every LeBron movie was the cringiest.
Well, athletes are some of the worst actors ever. So, I always said, listen, the greatest athlete to act to me, John Sally.
Okay, yeah.
John is so natural in terms of personality, funny, likability. You know who else is pretty damn good? Rick Fox.
Okay, right.
But most actors, I remember we had Ray Allen on Mad TV, and we were doing a Mike Tyson skit. And he comes in and he did this move like this. And I saw Ray Allen do this, and I saw Penny Hardaway do this in Blue Chips, and Penny was terrible. Because people don't know how to act, they think you're supposed to do something. And sometimes acting is not doing anything. So here's what Ray Allen did. You ready? He comes in, he says his line, and he does this. Penny Hardaway did the same thing in Blue Chips. Something. I'm acting because I just stroked my jaw. It's an obvious giveaway that you're trying to act. Because who naturally does that? If I'm telling you something and I'm in the middle going, hey, Vlad, man, and I'm telling you the bread was $1.90. Did that seem natural to you?
No.
All right.
Well, I actually looked up a list of the most successful athletes turned actors. Mm-hmm. Now, unfortunately, athletes is a little bit gray area because there's a lot of wrestlers that are listening to this. Definitely athletes.
And to the wrestlers' defense, they do a performance anyway.
It's like acting. It's almost like Broadway.
Broadway, yeah.
You kind of throw each other around.
Right.
Right. So the top actors that were athletes, Dwayne Johnson.
And you know, he catches so much criticism because they go, he's the Rock in everything.
He is. He is.
But he's pretty good for what that movie is.
Right. He's a good Rock.
Yeah.
No one can out-Rock the Rock.
Right.
Little bit gray area also. Arnold Schwarzenegger used to be a bodybuilder, professional bodybuilder.
Okay, but again, Arnold was good for what he gave you.
Yes.
You didn't
Arnold.
go Arnold. You didn't go see an Arnold movie for acting. You went to go see I'll Be Back.
Well,
Come here, get the chopper.
He was funny in certain movies, like Twins and stuff like that.
Okay, but you understand that lends itself to comedy because you're awkward.
Yeah.
You're awkward.
Right.
The physicality of Danny DeVito, this 2'2" midget, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, this big gigantic, the gap in the teeth, and it lends itself to comedy.
It is funny. I just want to say, recently I ran into Jonathan Majors at the Hollywood Unlocked Awards, and the first thing I said when I walked up to him was, "Magazine Dreams, Oscar-worthy performance." Did you watch it?
I never heard of it.
Excellent. He plays a bodybuilder, like an aspiring bodybuilder who's a little like on the spectrum, and it was just so well done. And I think because he's taking so much flack over the whole thing, losing the Marvel role, that people are kind of like brushing the movie, under the rug.
Shit, Jonathan Majors, the black dude.
Yes.
You know who I'm thinking of the whole time?
Who?
Lee Majors.
Definitely not Lee Majors.
Okay, Jonathan Majors. Okay.
Jonathan Majors. Magazine Dreams.
Right.
Excellent film.
Okay.
Oscar-worthy performance. Like, it's just so well done.
Right.
And he's so out of his normal character.
And he trying to bounce back. He trying to bounce back.
Like Will Smith.
Yeah.
Okay, let me keep going. Terry Crews, former NFL player.
I think he was better in movies than he was in the NFL. You know what I mean?
Did he have a real NFL career?
Some niggas is just big because they big. You know what I mean?
Well, wasn't he a security guard like for Friday? Like next Friday, they end up putting him in?
When you're that big, they just give you a helmet, a uniform, and then he goes, "Where you want me go?" He's the big motherfucker, man.
Dave Bautista, former wrestler. John Cena.
Dave's not bad. John's not bad. But again, they're performers.
I didn't know about this. Jason Statham used to be a competitive diver. Jim Brown.
Jim felt like he felt that time. The 70s, blaxploitation.
Yeah.
He felt like he belonged in that time. I don't know that he translates to today.
Yeah. One of my favorites, Carl Weathers.
Listen, man, I know Carl Weathers played football,
former football
but
player.
he felt more like an actor than a football player.
Yes. I didn't realize that Burt Reynolds used to be a football player at one point.
Acting was some of these guys' true calling.
Yeah. It pretty much fizzles out after that. Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, Bubba Smith, had been in a couple movies. He was in Police Academy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, in general, I mean, really, apart from wrestling, none of them were really. Well, Jim Brown was a major football player.
Yeah. One of the most major.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So really, outside of wrestling, Jim Brown was the only really accomplished football player that went into acting. Didn't have a lot of acting accolades.
Yeah, and again, what he played fit who he was.
Himself.
A badass brother with a leather jacket on. It's the 70s. How hard is that to do? A badass big black nigga with a leather jacket and a gun. Kick your ass, hunky. Niggas been practicing that their whole life.
Well, that's what it is. Aries Spears, man. Always a pleasure.
Man.
Check out the
the podcast, Spears and Steinberg, available on all streaming platforms. Slide up in my DMs on Instagram. I'll send you the links. Spearsburg Pod on YouTube. Hit like and subscribe. Start from the beginning, go in order. It's imperative.
That's what it is. Till next time. Peace.